Come on. Oops.
Looks like we're live.
We should be hot. What's going on, YouTube? If y'all have tried to use Rumble to go live and like me, you don't use a cell phone, good luck. All right, so we got Mr. West Texas Stacker. I see my nickel in the chat. And do you see anybody else, man?
Oh,
I think it's just my nickel.
Just nickel right now. Hold on a second. Let me get this here real quick so I can see the chat.
Yeah, there ain't a lot going on. Nickel says he loves Bitcoin. Yet. Nickel loves Bitcoin. Okay, we know that.
This is all spur of the moment. So,
well, yeah, because we had that Rumble plan and that didn't work out because I don't know, man. I got to do some investigating on that. But
yeah,
I did it once by myself as a test, and it was about a year ago though, so I don't know. Let's see. Just me and OTG, dummy. What up, OTG? So, what's on your mind, Mr. Texas? What's new?
You know what? Anything, man. How's it been? How's the stacking going? How's the stacking and man? We can jump into a little bit on crypto, man. It's kind of been holding steady.
Bob's in the house. What's up, Bob? Actually, I think I'm getting ready to buy some gold, man, to be honest with you. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're nuts. It's too expensive. Yeah, well, you all told me that when it was $2,200 and $2,400. You remember that, Texas?
Oh, I remember that, man. Yeah.
I'll never forget that message you sent me at work one day on Facebook. You go, man, I wonder how dumb people are feeling for making fun of you now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and I heard a lot with silver, too, with people, you know, oh, silver's at $32 an ounce. I'm going to quit buying. Well, I don't see why. I mean, why would you stop buying? You know, maybe don't go buying 100 ounces at a time. Just kind of scale back a little bit, but just keep on getting some, you know?
Yep. Man, you sound a lot better. You sounded sick the other night. What's up, Sean? What's up, Beto? Wow, Beto, man. He never comes by my videos anymore. Oh. See you, brother. I always see him up in Nichols, but right on. And
yeah, Beto, good seeing you, man. Oh, nickel, man. Hey, I got knocked out for about 3 days, damn near 3 days, man. Whatever it is that's going around the whole country, I got it, and it really knocked me down for a while.
Well, I told you, man, to get that 10th jab, buddy.
Yeah.
So what you were saying about gold, though, and this is what's interesting. If you go to other countries, Singapore, a lot of Chinese people, stuff like that, they don't care about the price. If they can afford to stack it, they just continuously stack it. That's kind of how I see gold, just because the banks love gold, the governments love gold, the people love gold. I mean, I don't really care for it, but man, I tell you what, everybody else seems to.
Yeah, but you know, I just might have to tweak my goals for the year. You know, I was planning on buying 2 ounces this year, but you know, it might take a little more work than that.
Neil's in the chat. He says, buy silver, platinum, and gold. All right, we like it.
Yeah.
I've been stacking cents and nickels for years. Nope. Yeah. Well, you ain't gonna be stacking cents no more, buddy, because the penny is gonzo. You hear about that?
I did hear about that. You know, I got an interesting take on that. You know, there's so many cents rolling around. You know, they're in circulation. There's so many pennies out there that why would they need to make any more? And if they were to continue to make some, just lower the mintage on them. You know.
Well, Nickel has some interesting thoughts about it. He thinks it could be. What's up, Red? He thinks it could be, you know, them making a move to get rid of cash. Now, and he goes, well, how are you going to make change? The way I look at it, the penny costs, what is it, 3 cents to make, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So if they only get rid of the penny and don't get rid of nothing else, that might work. And then, of course, people would just have to round up to the next 5 cents when they price objects. So if something's, $4.99, it'd have to be $5. Or if something was, $5.14, it'd have to be $5.15 or whatever to make change. But if they start getting rid of everything else, that's going to be a problem.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't. If they get rid of it, it'll just be business as usual.
Oh, he brings up sales tax. I don't live in a sales tax state. That's a good point. I don't know how it's going to work.
Sales tax in Oregon. That's why.
Right. Well, that's why I didn't think about it. But and Nickel likes to pinch all the pennies he can. He's a penny pincher, so he's not going to have enough pennies to pinch. So I think he's upset about that.
Yeah, and honestly, how often do people get changed back, anyways?
People don't use cash.
I'm not for using, getting rid of the quarters, dimes, nickels, and half dollars and all that. But for reals, you go make a purchase at a store, you're going to swipe your card. If you're going to go buy gas at the 7-Eleven, you're going to swipe the card.
I don't know if OTG's being sarcastic or not, because he says Trump is doing everything we are against because he loves Trump. So I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to bait me or what. Because, I've lost about 10 subscribers because I have certain, I like most of what he's doing, but there's some things that he's done that I don't like lately. And, man, people lose their minds when we talk about that. Holy Moses. So I don't know if he's trying to bait me or what. Nickel says Trump has been a disappointment. Wow, I never thought I'd hear Nickel say that. Has hell frozen over?
I don't think he has. I think I think we just got to give it time. I mean, he's been in there for what, all of three weeks. I think that in typical Trump fashion, he needs to stay off of Twitter or X, whatever the hell they call it nowadays. But quit. What the hell did he put something out there about Taylor Swift?
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, he put something out there about how he hates Taylor Swift or something like that. Well, I think it's fucking hilarious, but
That is funny.
I don't. But I mean, he could just stay off of that, and then it would make him at least seem a little more focused on the things that he's trying to accomplish.
Well, based on that, on OTG, to answer your question, how pissed off you got at me when I voted for myself. So I thought you were a little bit more pro-Trump than apparently you are. That's what I'm basing it on. And no, sorry, Neil, I didn't vote for you. By the way, I would have beat Neil in the election. I got more votes than he did. Man, I got to tell you, Nickel and I agree about what we agree on quite a bit, which is crazy. I never thought I'd hear Nickel say some of the things that he said, but I definitely agree with him. How do I say this? I got to be YouTube polite. God, I wish we were on Rumble. I agree with him taking men out of women's sports. That was a damn good move. That should have never been a thing, man.
Yeah, it should have never been a thing. It should have never been an issue. God, what was that? What was that MMA fighter that was just cracking skulls?
Man, that made me so mad. Put me in the ring with that man. Dude, that never should have been a thing. And my thing is, if them guys want to compete against, their own kind, that's fine. And if there's not enough of them to have a competition, well, then maybe they made a weird choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's what Nickel and I agree about right there. What he put in the chat. I don't like tariffs. I think it's a bad move. I agree with Nickel on that 100%. Don't like it at all. So,
no, I don't either.
Well, most of them love it. He announced, and he said he was going to do this yesterday. He announced a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum coming into the country from any other country. And then in the same sentence, he goes, and we might just send some of it to Gaza and then buy it. Okay, so you're going to charge us more money to import steel, send it to Gaza, and buy. Okay, that don't make no sense. But that's just my take. Can't catch a break tonight.
Man, OTG, he's on fire, man. That guy.
What?
Uh,
How did, what? Oh yeah, he's not digging yet Netanyahu.
no.
Silver Crown, how you doing, Silver Mama? Wow, that's crazy. She's Silver Mama's. If y'all don't know the Silver Crown, you need to go to her channel. Can someone drop her link? She is a wealth of knowledge, and she will tell you like it is. And man, she's a smart cookie. So go to her channel, hit her up. She's awesome. So if y'all don't know, you need to know.
Yeah, you know what? I this is my first time. My first time seeing the Silver Crown.
Oh, she's great, man. I call her Silver Mama.
Nice. Well, I'll have to.
They're talking about Gaza in the chat. What do you think about that whole thing, Mr. Texas?
You know what? Oh, I guess I am subscribed. Wow. My whole thing with that is honestly, it's still the man, America first. Let's fix our own before we go start trying to fix anything else. And Israel. I know Israel just is one of our allies over there in the Middle East, and it's kind of a strategic outpost for us, military wise. But I mean, the bottom line is we're still getting involved in somebody else's affairs.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we've done this for years and years and years. I'm trying to find her link. Hold on. Let me. Where is she? Oh, here. Let's Silver Mama. Go ahead and drop your link. I'm gonna make you blue right now. Not to be confused with liberal, just blue with a wrench. Add as moderators. That way she can drop her own link. Yeah, man, we've done this for years and years and years. Going to this country, going to that country, save the world. I agree with him, man. Like we got a lot of problems here we need to focus on, for sure. That's where we need to start.
I mean, hey, Richard, how you doing? Richard's a good guy.
What's up, Richard?
The mental health issues, man. There is a mental health crisis in this country, the likes of as nobody's ever seen. And if they don't start getting on it now, it's going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. With all this other stuff, and I think a lot of it is it's just misdiagnosis. People are self-diagnosing themselves with mental illnesses like it's a cool thing to do now.
Oh yeah, dude. I've got a weird take on the whole mental illness thing that a lot of people struggle with, so I probably shouldn't say nothing, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'm not saying that there's people that don't have issues, but I mean, being depressed, having a case of the Mondays doesn't necessarily mean that you're, that you've been suffering from lifelong depression,
Well, and that's just it, man. I mean, my whole thing is think of how many excuses we make in society for people to act out. Oh, it's not your fault. You got this problem, that problem. I'm telling you right now, a lot of it, I think, is people ain't held accountable and they get away with it. What's up, Driving Impressions, my dude? We need to grab lunch soon. What's up, Jags fan? Dude, it's an excuse. It's a crutch. It's, I need help. I need money. I need excuses because I have this problem. We don't hold nobody accountable anymore, and that's a big problem, I think.
Yeah,
dude, I really do.
Problem.
And we give them money, and we give them housing, and we give them food stamps because they're too crazy to go to work. It's a bunch of shit. It's just bullshit.
Definitely. I'm a firm believer that anybody that's on any kind of assistance should be tested at least quarterly, and should if you lose your job and you go on unemployment, they require that you turn in 3 job references or 3 applications ends every week. And I think it
Oh
should
yeah.
be the same thing with any social program.
The redneck coincidence then stick their asses in the asylum. Well, that's the thing, man. So I've always said this: if you make finding a full-time job your full-time job, you'll find a full-time job really quick.
Oh yeah.
It's just a matter of putting foot to pavement and getting your ass out there.
Oh, Neil Hans, man, it's especially that. That's the other part to this, and then there's a couple guys on YouTube that are trying to be motivators and doing the whole fit by 50. Steve, aka Fish, he's doing the fit by 50 deal. Pirate Stackers, doing his whole health thing and losing weight and stuff. But man, we are a country, and I could stand to lose some pounds myself. But you got these people that are getting them. They get that card every month, man, and the first thing they do is they hit the Costco or the Sam's, and they load up on Pop-Tarts and Cokes and just
ice cream, Twinkies,
yeah.
But see, here's the flip side, though. Okay, what's up, Southeast? How you doing, buddy? Long time no talk. Here's the problem with that. On the flip side, so yes, they shouldn't be able to buy junk food because then they're getting sick and going to the doctor more often, and I got to pay for that. But on the flip side, if they eat healthier and stay on the system longer, I got to pay to feed them longer. So how do I win, man? Seriously, how do I win? Let's just get them off the system and get them productive. As often as we can. Obviously, some people legitimately need it, but a lot of people don't. So I think that's the real solution: is the people that don't need it get their ass to work. What's up, STG? And that's just me, though.
That gold, man. What's going on? How you doing, STG? Good seeing you.
So that's just people think I'm a hard ass for that, but that's just how I see it. It's like if you eat crap, I got to pay more of your medical bills because I know you're on the welfare insurance. If you eat good, I got to feed your ass longer because you're going to live longer. I mean, where do you win, man?
Yeah, no, that's true, man. You got a point there. It is. It's a little bit rough pill to swallow, but definitely the truth. So my question
go ahead.
Is but these tariffs, right? Does anybody think that the price of gold? I mean, it was supposed to be silver to make this huge jump, right? Because of the tariffs. Y'all think that has anything to do with the price of gold right now?
I think it's going to raise prices of a lot of things, to be honest with you. So my take is could be people are uncertain. Yeah.
No, that's it. I think right now we're kind of in some kind of a limbo with the uncertainty of what's going on, and what are they trying to do?
What we need to do, my brother, all my brothers and sisters in the chat, what we need to do is we need to go by Ron's and ask him. We need to go by TED Talks on Rumble and ask him, because I bet you silver is going to hit $5 million an ounce if we ask them. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I would love to hit them up, but they both have me blocked.
That's epic, dude. I love it. That's great.
I guess I could email them, but then I don't want to get it for harassment.
Make sure if you do that, you attach a little gas pump emoji because they're always over there pumping away. Yeah. Oh, silver's going to the moon.
Oh, Neil's got blocked by Ron too, huh?
Wow. Did he say that? Oh wow, you and Ron used to be buddies, man. I mean, weren't you one of his mods or something for a while? He blocked you.
That jackwagon, Ron's basement, man. He has a donation link set up in his channel description.
All he's got to do. I don't watch him because he's a pumper. But all he's got to do, if he hasn't already, is go back to making these BS silver pumping videos, and his ad revenue is going to take care of all his problems because that's what he does. And I love the term jackwagon too. Silver Crown. I love it when people say jack. So Ron's a tool. Ron and Ted. Oh yeah, man. And then there's a couple others, but man, even Lynette Zhang, she's super smart and she's right about the money printing machine and all that. But man, she pumps too. But she's a little better. But man, I'll tell you what. They're a dime a dozen, brother, and they get all these clicks. And I see it in Facebook groups all the time. Sheckman did, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but someone took clips of Sheckman. It wasn't a Sheckman video, and he was saying Sheckman things, and it's going to the moon. And someone obviously edited and manipulated the video, but I'm just in there. I'm like, man, don't poison yourself with this thought, people. Don't poison. I see it all the time. These guys are posting charts. Oh, it's the breakout's coming. I'm like, dude, it's insane. Lynette Zhang is on Tiger's stream right now, huh? Wow, that's crazy. Tiger tariff supporter. He likes the tariffs, if I'm not mistaken. That's where I like Tiger, but I got to disagree with that. Andy is wrong about South Africa, according to Neil. Neil loves South Africa, man. That guy knows a lot about South Africa. He talks about it a lot. So if you're interested in South Africa, Neil's your dude.
Oh, Southeast must be talking about Andy Sheckman, huh? Yeah. Man, I guess I didn't ever seen no Lynette Zhang before. I don't really follow what she's all about, but Richard was saying he hasn't been blocked by anybody, and it's kind of it tends to happen when you're just in their live stream or in their chat, and you call them out and you speak truth to whatever they're saying, like when some of these knuckleheads are saying that Tomahawk cruise missiles have 500 ounces of silver in them, it just, you got to say something,
Well, you did a video on that. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know, but they sure ain't doing nothing for the price. Not really.
No.
And it's just, you did a video on that, and you did a video calling out Ted's. And has he accepted your challenge yet? Because I even said in the comments, I'm like, he can't accept your challenge because he ain't got no silver. Has he accepted it?
He must have saw it though, because a couple live streams later, I was just watching him, and he did say something that for all those people that don't believe he has silver, he picked up a tube of. It looked like a $50 tube, and he shook it around a little bit. I was like, awesome.
Oh, I mean, he can't throw a couple 100 ounces out there. He's got to show us a tube of halves to tell us he's a stacker. Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm convinced we were wrong the whole time. The man's got massive amounts of metal. Who's going to get the silver if they're all blown to bits by the missile? Hopefully.
Okay. Well, and this is one of the things that I was. This is one of the things that got me thinking today, with this whole thing about the U.S. cent, right? The penny being done away with. This knucklehead Ted, he's always preaching the coin of the realm bit, right? That people should be stacking the coin of the realm. Well, what happens if they do get rid of nickels, dimes, and quarters and $50, man? Then this guy's going to look like a freaking genius.
We can't be getting rid of my nickel, though.
No, we ain't getting rid of nickel.
We got to keep our nickel because that's our dude. I'm reading the chat here. Forget it, nickel. You don't even know how to scroll. Just because, man, we're picking on old nickel because he's old. I'm old. Man, I don't know, Texas. You sound a whole lot better than you did what? When was the night? How many nights ago was your old lady doing that 3.5 hour long stream? It seemed like you sounded terrible.
That was a marathon, man. She did that for 4 hours. That stream she did.
I was in there sandbagging for quite some time. There was one particular person in the chat that I don't care for, so I didn't want to say nothing until that person left. But I was in and out, and man, she's got some wild ideas. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, she does. No, that was Friday, I believe it was. That was on a Friday. That was Friday.
You recovered quick, man. You sounded like hell.
Man, it was a lot of NyQuil and a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
But even then, I just now started feeling like I started regaining my strength.
Started feeling it's all that bacon, man. It's healing you
Yeah,
up quick.
is
It's
that
all that
good breakfast
swine.
in there?
It's all that swine. Yeah, I'm a young puppy, all right, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, I'm young. I'm a spring chicken, buddy. Let me tell you. God, I feel old. But that's all right. My punishment will probably be living forever. All right, so you're not super huge pro tariff then, right?
No,
Because you realize it's going to be a tax passed on to the people, I assume, like Nickel and I
right.
realize.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, any way you cut it, man, you raise tax on any kind of business, it gets passed on somewhere, and it's always us. Let's see, and you're pro having him take men out of women's sports because that was a great move. What do you think of Pam Bondi? I don't like her myself. I don't trust her.
I don't know. I mean, to tell you the truth, I haven't really followed along too much with her. I don't. Man, honestly, I'm good with Trump, but I still don't think he's going to be the saving grace to this country. I think he's going to try to, as hard as he can, he's going to try to get it going in the right direction. But after that, it's they're going to keep trying to block everything that he's going to try to do.
Boom. They're saying right there, man. Pam Bondi, pro red flag. She is. She likes red flag laws, quote unquote laws. And never forget, kids, that is his pick, his appointee. No, I agree with you, man. Like, ain't nobody gonna say. Who is it? It's World Money Wins. His stickers say "Expect to self-rescue." Isn't that a great saying? Because everyone's always looking for some politician or some religious figure to save them, tell them what to do. Ain't nobody saving your ass but you.
Exactly. That's the only person you can ever rely on is yourself.
Most people can't even rely on their spouse or their girlfriend or boyfriend. I mean, that's just the reality, man. Let's be honest.
You can't even rely on family.
Nope.
I mean, I got quite a bit of family here in Texas, and there's some that it's about a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive away. I ain't seen them in 10 years. So
why are they liberals? You write them off because I've done that.
They're that way, and they come with a lot of drama and
Lord,
and can I have and can I borrow and
they're needy.
Yeah, man. I work a 55 hours a week at my first job. Doing mechanic work on semi trucks, and then I work another 25 hours a week on top of that, delivering pizzas for Pizza Hut.
Yeah, man. I mean, so I know this dude. Okay, this dude's an absolute beast. I met him at a bar. He does DoorDash, man, and he showed me his stats. This effing guy makes anywhere between 14 and $2,000 a week doing that. Dude, that's hustling, man.
Hustling.
That's hustling, dude. So there are options out there. If you're hungry, there are options. I'll tell you right now, if I lost my job tomorrow, if I had no income coming in tomorrow, I would be a DoorDashing, Grubhubbing, Instacart doing MFer, dude. Like, you would never see me because you got to do what it takes. And we all have options. Hell, I'd go pump gas if I lost my job tomorrow to have some income. I'd go work at the 7-Eleven. What I wouldn't do is sit on my ass and pray and hope. And nope, no, sir.
Have you ever run across those Facebook pages there where they're kind of more local, like your local city, what's happening and wherever you're from, and you got these guys on there that are unemployed, and their whole idea of searching for employment is to put a comment in there like, "Hey, who's hiring?"
Oh yeah, well hey, they're trying, man. They come on. What's up, Sheffy? Who else we got? Didn't someone else just come in? Oh, J-Lo. What's up, J-Lo?
J-Lo, how's it going?
I'm glad the Grace aliens haven't got you yet, buddy.
Yeah, I thought about leaving this part-time job that I have now and going to DoorDash, but there's been an increase in DoorDashers in this area. So many as to where they won't
I'm
they
sorry.
won't let you there's too much competition for orders to deliver.
I got a buddy, the same guy. Him and I talk about this regularly. He's like, man, all the immigrants have come here, and he's a legal immigrant himself. But he goes, all these immigrants have come here and taken the DoorDash jobs. Within the last couple of weeks, he's like, man, they must be getting deported. Things are getting busy again. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's like that here, man. And the scary part here is that there's a lot of local truck driving jobs, and they tend to take some of those because they pay by the load.
Please come again. Oh yeah.
Well, if they're here, illegally or they're just here, they'll undercut, the percentages, man. So they've actually drove the wages down for these independent truck drivers here.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And I got a buddy that's very, very pro deport them all the illegals, and I get that. But I also asked him, I said, man, that's going to raise prices because you and me ain't going to do those jobs. Number one, and number two, we ain't going to do it for the wages they're doing it. And he's like, really? You think that could happen? I'm like, yeah, it could. It could. Plus, who's going to nail our fat chicks? No, it ain't going to be me. I'm just saying, it's just like bringing manufacturing back here to America. That's going to raise prices because, like my nickel says, and he's right, ain't no American going to put stuff together in factories for the wages the people in other countries do it. It's going to be 30, $35 an hour, $25 an hour. Up go the prices. And people don't think about that, man.
No, I mean, they don't. Kids don't want to do. I mean, let's face it. Kids nowadays, they don't grow up aspiring to be a pilot or an electrician or a astronaut. Man, my kids grow up this day and age, and they want to be a YouTube star. They want to be the next Mr. Beast. Or
don't we all? It ain't worked out for none of us. Well, and that's the thing. If you look at like China, it's funny you bring this up because I was having this conversation the other day. If you look at China, there's a reason their youth is surpassing us because, number one, they don't take so many days off of school like our kids, which doesn't prepare them. But if you ask them what they want to be, it's doctors, it's space engineers. You ask American kids what they want to be, TikTok star, YouTube star, IG star. I mean, dude, like we're in trouble.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're in trouble, dude. I used to want to live forever, but you got to think about it, man. That's the generation that's going to be feeding us and wiping our asses. Dude, take me out. Nuh-uh. I don't want to be dependent on those mooks.
Our Social Security is definitely gone.
Yeah.
Who's going to be around to pay us?
Beto, Nickel, glad I ain't into fat chicks because it's too much. You make the most money when you invest in things people say you're crazy for talking about. Yeah, a lot of times that's true, Neil. A lot of times that's true, I'd say. I mean, people thought I was nuts for investing in quote-unquote vaccine stocks. Well, I made 4,700%, so there's that. Didn't have to like them because I don't, but to get $47 for every dollar I invested, yeah, we'll take that. But people thought I was nuts, especially when I said, don't take this. Oh, man, those were fun times. I need another pandemic. Space mining. Neil loves the space mine. So, Neil, I got an idea. You and J-Lo should go into space. You can mine, and he can find the Greys aliens. You guys would be so happy. What do you think? You guys would be just pleased as punch.
You know, I mean, you really can't put it past them for trying, you know. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Elon's got all his rockets that seem to be doing good going into space, all those satellites. You got, I mean, all they need is Bruce Willis and that whole roughneck crew to go up there and drill that meteor in half. You
Oh
know,
man. What the hell's the name of that movie, dude? That was such a good movie.
Armageddon.
Oh yeah, that was such a good movie. Oh, such a good movie.
I mean, you know, it's to a point. I mean, but you know, Nichols here. He was back. He was around when you know, their source of entertainment was you know, inventing the wheel and
Are you reading the
making
chat?
and making cave drawings, right? So
Are you reading the chat,
I'm
dude?
I'm trying to follow along. They're talking about. I see some stuff about fat chicks and aliens.
Yeah. Oh man. Sorry. That
But you
cracked me
know,
up, dude.
Hollywood's mimicking a lot of what is becoming reality. You know.
Uh-oh, there's Nichols' old lady. His wife, 79, is in the chat. Terry has arrived. Oh, Nickel, your wifey's here, buddy. Oh. 79 ain't banned here. She's banned on Nichols' channel. In fact, just because I know how much Nickel loves her, I gotta find her here. Damn, what's going on with the chat? We should give her a wrench so she can beat Nickel over the head with it. That's how you show each other love in a marriage. You beat on each other with wrenches. Oh man. I'm sorry, man. That chat cracked me up. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that you know that Hollywood's mimicking or was mimicking a lot of what's turning out to be reality. You know. So I
Oh
mean, who's
yeah.
to say they can't take something, land it on a meteor, and mine the heck out of it?
Kind of makes you wonder if they were privy to information, doesn't it?
Oh, I mean, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole because if she's listening to me, I'll never hear the end of it.
Oh yeah, you're a lady.
You know,
You're a lady. She got that tinfoil hat, man. I'm telling you.
she's man,
Oof.
she's probably out there looking for UFOs right now.
What was
But
the stuff that she was saying the other night that JFK is really alive or something? Oh, brother.
now, Junior, you know, Junior went down in that plane crash over there in the over the Amazon, right?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you know, that's what. Yeah, I don't.
Hardcore. Wow, we got all the hotties in here tonight. We got Hardcore Copper. She's a looker. I hear Terry's hot. Drawn in the ladies. It's all because Nichols here. That's why.
Nickel. Well, you know, you have to be like Nickel. You know, growing up when he was a kid, if you had ever, you know, told him that there would be freaking things called drones that they could fly around, you know, he'd have never believed you. You know.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh yeah, I should. Yeah. All right. Hardcore's got a wrench. Now she can play. Yeah, dude. It's scary times. It's
I mean,
scary times.
everything's changing, everything's evolving, man. You know, everything and you know that the whole thing with stackers is, you know, we're hanging on to, you know, we're trying to hang on to one of the oldest forms of currency that's ever been, you know, and everything's evolving and changing so fast that we're just trying to hang on to this little piece of reality, I guess, for lack of better terms.
Oh yeah, dude. And I just think. How old are you, Texas?
Oh, I'll be 47 in March.
So you were probably born in about 77 then, because I was born in 80 and I'm 44. Think of how
Yeah,
much things. Think of how much things have changed, man, in our lifetimes. The way we do things, I mean, the technology. You remember when we were kids, no one ever got their TV stolen because they were so big and heavy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, everything has changed. It's crazy.
You know, my first Game Boy was this little toy. It was plastic, and it had little rings in it, and you'd fill it with water, and then you'd press these buttons on it, and it would make squirt, air through it and make the rings fall down into little holders. I mean, everything was simpler. Everything has changed so much. And
What's up, Shuffle? How you doing? Sorry, I'm trying to welcome people as I see them. Shuffle.
Yeah, speaking about TVs, man, I see that they have a 98-inch TV you can buy now for your home.
You hear that, Nickel? Your old eyes might be able to see something.
I mean, who'd ever thought, you'd have a freaking movie theater in your house if you had a big enough wall to put it on.
Oh, Beto says, Nickel 79 wants you to have a banner. She misses you, Boo Bear. She misses her hubby. And it says, she said, 79 said to Nickel, thank you, Beto. I need to talk to him. Ooh.
Maybe Richard, Richard, there's a good portion of my childhood where we didn't have a TV in the house.
Being old, y'all remember that game where you had the shapes, the cutouts, and you had to put the right shape in the hole that fit? You know what I'm talking about? Like the square hole, you put the square in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
As I've gotten older, it seems clear to me, with the amount of idiots around me, that a lot of people didn't play that game. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Oh, I've noticed. I have definitely noticed.
I mean, man, even the adults are stupid now. It's scary. Oh, she wants to work things out with you, Nickel. Oh, how sweet. It's like a love connection. My TV and VHF and UHF. Oh, yeah, totally. In fact, I had an eye surgery when I was a child. It was filmed on frickin' Betamax, dude. Betamax. That's how old I am.
Growing up there in Central Oregon, we used to back when I was a kid, we would I'd have to go outside and turn get on the roof and turn the antenna, and if we could get it just right, we could get KTV. What the hell is it up there? KATU TV station over there from Portland.
Yeah, okay. What he really means is Skinamax.
Nah, yeah, no, we wasn't getting any of that. I mean, we were limited to one or two channels, and that was it. We might have been able to get that Z21U from Bend, Oh
yeah, I remember all that, man. I remember. God, I'm old. Remember when cable was such a thing too? Now, so that's obsolete. Like who has cable anymore? I mean, really, unless it's like a bundle package. It's almost like they'll bundle your phone, your internet, and your cable, make it cheaper to have so you can have cable, just so that people still have cable. But like, I don't think anyone just has cable much. Anyway.
No, I don't even know. I don't even think we have cable anymore. They tried doing that whole the bundle package thing with us, and it just never worked here. So we ended up getting rid of it, and we bundled up some other things, useless things, and now we just whenever we watch anything, we stream it.
Stack that gold. My friend's uncle had the Playboy channel we used to watch. And yes, 79, this is a nursing home channel. This is Geriatric Stacking, brought to you by CS, West Texas, and the Geriatric of Geriatrics, Mr. Nickel.
Oh God, that Steve, a.k.a. Fish, man. Fish, he said something the other day that kind of stuck with me. It says, stackers and coin collectors, man, we are one notch on the cool level, on the cool spectrum. We're one notch above stamp collectors.
Oh well, dude, I guess years ago, when this channel was very, 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 very young, it was the first sound effect I ever used. It was a T-Rex, but I did a video called Stackers Are Dinosaurs, and we are, because we use snail mail. We send each other stuff. By the way, I got a package from you, Nickel, and Silver and Cigars, but I'm lazy and haven't opened them yet, but I will get to it, just so you know. Sorry. But we use snail mail. We use, we buy hard assets, real money. I buy a lot of other stuff too, because I just like money and I'm trying to get as rich as I can. But we really are. We're antiquated, and it's pretty damn cool. Actually. Yeah. Now I will say, it's kind of embarrassing to me. No offense to people. Now, the whole vid thing, when that came out, I knew that was a bunch of crap. I knew it was pumped up. Not everything's a conspiracy, and I swear, man, some of the tinfoil hat theories I've heard of the stacking community kind of make me embarrassed to be a stacker at times. Some people, man, they're out there. Some of the crap I've heard, woo! Have you noticed that?
Oh, I've noticed.
Why do I got to be crazy to stack real money? I don't get it.
No, I mean, why do we got to believe that that things are going to get so bad that we're going to need to use silver to barter with?
Oh yeah, that ain't never gonna happen. That ain't never happening. Nickel thinks it could, I think, but that ain't never gonna happen. I mean, not on a large scale.
This was my pickup today.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty gold back.
Yeah, it is. I got two of them, but dang, that light's reflecting just at the wrong angle.
I will give you an example of things that are not conspiracies. OTG. My last old lady, great woman, great cook. Well, she would worship the ground I walked on. Hell of a partner. She was bad with money, but dude, she was over the top to the right. She literally believed everybody in Hollywood that was famous was a trans person. So if they look like a woman, they were born a man. If they look like a man, they were born a woman. Well, I don't know where she got that. And she also believed that McDonald's serves human meat. What up, S&C? I got your package. I didn't open it. I'm lazy. This kind of was a surprise. We tried doing it on Rumble, and it didn't work out, so we came over here. But, I mean, she was nuts, dude. She was nuts. So, yeah, some people are crazy.
Oh, I got one of those too, man. Everybody that's a multi-millionaire movie star, they're a lizard person.
The lizard people, dude. Yes.
They're shapeshifters. That's really a lizard person.
Bro, these people are nuts.
What's up, man?
These people are nuts, dude. The lizard people. I mean, Pelosi might be an exception, but she's just more of a snake. But
golly, man.
But I mean, man, I'm telling you, some of the stacking on certain channels here and there, I can't even think offhand which ones, but and in the Facebook group, some of the crap I've heard stackers say, they are absolutely inexcusably insane, some of them. And it's a bad look for the rest of us, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure is, man.
Well, so now John's saying they found human DNA in McDonald's meat. Man, I just had me a sausage McMuffin this morning. I try to hear that, okay?
I ran across I don't even know what channel it was on. I just saw the title of it, and it said something about like all stackers are paranoid.
A lot of them.
And I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking, why would anybody say that? That just anybody that just glances at that title would look back on it and think like, man, that just shines a negative light on us,
Yeah, but honestly, there's a percentage, a fair percentage that really are. I mean, I've got food. I'm a little light in the water department. I've got friggin' arsenal. I've got some assets, so I ain't worried. But man, some of them are just out there, dude.
I mean, there's a difference between being prepared and being paranoid,
Yeah, for sure. Nickel, though, now that guy, he gets paranoid when he starts talking about him having to spend money. You want to scare somebody? That scares Nickel because he's cheap.
I think when it comes to Nickel, I think we've had more crotch shots of his live streams than anything close to any face reveals.
Oh God! Oh yeah. We've all seen his twig and bait. Well, not really, but we've seen the package. We are live. I will tell you. That's my Nickel impression. We love our nickel.
Oh man, what a guy! What a guy!
I'm telling you, man. We love that guy. And I will tell you. Oh man, I got a 45 in my mouth. Okay, 79. That sounds interesting. Is that a 45 or is that some nickel? Just got to ask. What a guy, Nickel says. And then there's old Pops, man. He's nuts. He thinks the world's flat. You probably don't know Pops, but he's out of his mind. I love the guy, but he's nuts. Hardcore says, let me tell you. Yeah, he does that too. You still there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to get a bottle of water real quick.
By a bottle of water, do you mean a Coors Light?
No. This Ozarka water, man. It's proudly Texan.
She says, let's not get started on Pops. Oh, yeah, Megan Fox, something special, cigars. Oh, Megan Fox is something special. So in case y'all don't know what Cigars and I do all freaking day long, we send each other hot chicks on Instagram. That's pretty much what we do. Very little conversation. We see a hot chick, we just send it to them. We DM it to each other. And Megan Fox has been the topic lately. Oh, she's something special. Did y'all see that movie she did on where she plays the AI chick? That was pretty good.
Hold on, Richard, what is it you got busted with a pound of on your 73rd birthday?
Oh, Richard ain't messing around.
Man, that's Willie Nelson style.
High as a Georgia pie. Richard's got a party with.
You know, as far as like everything that he
No, not iRobot. It was called Subservience or something, I think. It's pretty hot. It's a pretty hot movie. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, the last movie we went and watched. I took one of my daughters out to watch.
He says he's still on probation. Damn.
Twister movie.
Oh yeah. Wait, you mean the movie Twister years ago?
Yeah. No, the new one. They come out with a part 2.
Really? Was it good?
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't too bad.
Who's in it? Anybody good?
I have no idea. Man, I don't keep up anymore. I don't keep up, all the actors and actresses that I grew up watching, that I thought were great turned into freaking Robert De Niro, man. Who doesn't love Casino or freaking Wise Guys or these movies that he's been in, and look at him now,
Go click on Silver Crown's link, everybody, and go watch her. She's worth it. Don't just sub her and forget her. Have a good night, Silver Crown. Thanks for coming in, Silver Mama.
Good night, Silver Crown.
We love having you. Oh yeah, man, these people are freaking nuts. The Hollywood, no. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Mel Gibson came out anti-Hollywood recently. A couple years back, wasn't he some Scientologist, a Hollywood leftist nut job? Am I crazy? But I swear I remember he was nuts for a while.
I don't think he was into the Scientology bit, but yeah, supposedly he went crazy. Supposedly he did. He went crazy on that deal. But I think that may be that he might have learned too much about what it was really like and what they really wanted, and what do they do when you start calling people out as they label you a nut job and start calling you a freaking wackadoodle, and next thing you know, everything that you're saying is being discredited. You're right. Crazy.
I just want to know if I was remembering that right, because I'm getting kind of up there in years and I forget things, but I get things twisted. But yeah, I mean, now he sounds as grounded as a normal human being. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, Dwayne did the Rock. Southeast, yeah, he flipped back and forth. First he was pro Biden, then he wasn't. I'm like, you're an idiot. We don't like that.
Yeah, boy, he jumped ship real quick, didn't he? Oh,
He sure did. And I'm sorry, but when people come out that are loaded and got a lot of money, and they play a part in convincing the public to vote for a horrible party that hurts people, there ain't no forgiving that. I'm sorry. I don't watch it. I don't watch his shit anymore. I don't forgive that.
Yeah, I don't either. He is not. He didn't ever really even come out in any good movies.
Well, Walking Tall was pretty good. The Rundown was pretty good. But yeah, I don't forgive that, man.
No, and it's kind of, like I was talking about that other freaking jackwagon that has the a link for donations on his page channel description. That's right up there with freaking all these actors and actresses asking for donations to rebuild, or well, don't take it from me,
Well, just like that whack job Alyssa Milano, didn't she try to get people to donate for her son's baseball team or something? Whoa.
Oh yeah.
That she turned out to be a disappointment. God.
Yeah, she did.
She used to be hot too. So I was going to say something based on something I saw in the chat, and I don't remember where it went. Oh, hell, I lost it. I'm old. Yep. Damn it. Getting old sucks. And then I'll be late. Yeah, but be careful there, OTG. She might be contagious with that liberalism. You never know if it's an STD.
Hardcore copper. I like to use that analogy quite a bit.
That's interesting. Now my mind's erasing. God. OTG. I don't know. I was going to ask. Good.
When's you don't have to. I mean, not when, but what's your most recent pickup, man? I see you.
Nine buffaloes, I think.
Nice.
I think I'm getting ready to order some gold, some 10th ounce gold, probably, maybe a little platinum. What I was going to ask, you brought up the donations on his channel. Does anybody in here watch Ron? Has he gone back to his silver pumping videos for ad revenue? I want to know. I'm curious if anyone in here watches them, because I don't watch them. I gave up because it's the same pumping BS. I don't like that. So I'm just wondering what he's doing.
He's still pumping that unicorn fart dust, man. He's still pumping that mean coin.
See, that's a bad move, because people fell for his silver pumping crap, and he got a lot of views, and he never should have deviated. I mean, because obviously he don't care enough to tell the truth, so he might as well have stuck with the lie. Huh.
I mean, he's pumping that meme coin, and he's still
pushing farts, John says.
Yeah. Man, he did that. He did. People can try to defend him and say that he really got hacked. Nickel believes he really got hacked, but he lost 6.5 million meme coins in a hack job.
Wow.
Something like $1 million worth, right?
Yeah.
20 minutes later, he's on there doing an emergency live stream. Oh man, I follow this guy. I try to watch him. I don't know why, man. It's just like watching a train wreck. You see it happening, and you can't look away.
Well, and when he talks about, he's got to tell his parents that they lost some money. Who did he invest all the money that he supposedly had invested? Was it theirs? I mean, I would never play with my parents if they were still alive with their retirement money. Just saying.
Nah, I mean, but he goes on there, man, and that's when this whole donation page comes out, and that's when, within the week he had half of what he lost back.
What the hell twins are they talking about? Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And he's just just pumping this stuff up more and more and more. And hell, at one point, this shit got all the way like past 40 cents a coin. So it didn't do that bad as far as meme coins go. And now
I think nickel bought about $10,000 worth of it. I think he fared okay.
I mean, and now it's down to 2 cents. And he was on there this morning trying to push it, man, trying to, this will turn around and just have faith, and
that sounds like one of them forever Trumpers that says, trust the process, trust the plan, even when things are being done wrong. I can't stand that mentality with anything. Ask questions, pay attention. If your fart dust coin ain't doing good, probably ain't going to do good again, because that whole thing is weird.
Oh, man, I would never trust a meme coin, Well,
you know what they say. You know what they say, brother. After 30, you can't trust a fart, and the unicorn fart ain't no different. Nickel's filled up with farts. Oh God, we pick on Nickel a lot, but we love him. He's a good sport.
Oh man, what a great guy. He's always there. He's always there supporting everybody,
And he's actually pretty smart. He's pretty smart. Yeah, exactly, Neil. Trust the process. Stick to the plan. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Ron probably really lives in the basement now. Yeah. Nickel thinks his wife is probably mad at him. Who knows? Hey, now, I'm a rainbow unicorn princess and I don't fart. I puff clouds of glitter that smell like rainbows and sound like unicorn laughter. Well, you can come hang out. We can test that theory. You might be lying. Nickel never supported 79, she says. He's always mean to her, too. Man, that's your wife. How you going to do her like that?
Well, I guess for all the crap I talk about the guy, for as much as I don't care for, how he does people, I mean, he can't be all that dumb. He's probably making a pretty nice, he's probably getting a pretty nice check every month, for the crap he spews out of his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. What about a constitutional stacker coin? Yeah, probably not going to happen. The CS coin. She says she's always been nice to Nickel. No, she ain't. Man, I ain't starting no crypto, and I ain't going to get out here and do no pumping. Oh, now Nickel wants to talk about Teddy.
Teddy.
Teddy. It ought to be called Ted Spews, because that's all he does is spew BS.
I mean, I guess the guy's a millionaire. I mean, I've heard from somebody that
and Kenji owns 6 Lambos. I mean, how do we know though?
I mean, this is just somebody out of the blue told me that Ted's a millionaire. But man, this guy.
Well, I mean, look at the views he got on YouTube before apparently got booted. I mean, he was successful at selling people a lie.
Oh yeah,
so he could be.
And Nickel, Ron and Teddy should spend a night in the basement. Well, I mean, and then the thing is where do these people come from that like just fall for it, hook, line, and sinker, man? I mean, I wish I could spit out a little bit of truth and try to be as transparent as I can with people and then show them that, what, I'm a silver stacker and I buy some gold when I can. And, here's my stack, and this is why I believe in stacking. And this is what it means to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, how do they get these people to fall for it?
Yeah.
And fall for it for so long? Just like that lady on the news that what did she lose? Like $600,000 in buying gold. So these guys call her up. They're like, this is the IRS or whatever. They said they froze her accounts and she had to buy gold. Couldn't tell nobody. Couldn't tell anybody. She had to be quiet about it or she was going to jail. had to buy gold and put it in shoe boxes and meet some guy out front of her place in a car to come pick it up. And it didn't occur to her she was getting scammed. Like, these people are stupid. Dumb. And it's really hard for me to be too sympathetic because my old man did that. He let himself get scammed for a couple years. And at what point do you take responsibility and say something ain't right? You know? You there?
I've seen it happen here firsthand. You know, somebody calls and you know, and they answer the phone, and next thing you know, they're getting in their pickup, and you go out there and you're like, what are you doing? And they're, oh, well, Tractor Supply called me and they said that I got to go get, you know, my bills past due, and they're going to close my account unless I go get Apple gift cards.
Oh, yeah, that's what my old man did. So he was investing overseas, quote unquote, with these guys. First of all, you know, hello, this is Ryan Davis. Okay, you're not Ryan Davis, dude, number one, okay? And this idiot was buying Visa gift cards at Walmart, reading the numbers of these guys off the phone, and they were supposed to be depositing it into his investment account. I understand he's old, and I understand he didn't come from a time like that, but at what point do you stop and say, this ain't right? You know? I mean, hello.
Well, and they always, that's one of the things they always say is, you know, on these scams is don't tell anybody.
Yep. Change your phone number, stuff like that.
Don't tell anybody. Yeah. So, and this is one of the things that I've been trying to tell to the missus about this whole RV and everything. You know, they're at one point when she was really into this RV stuff, she told me, I asked her what she was doing, and she says, well, I can't be telling anybody because if they find out I told, then when it comes time to you know, transfer the money and turn it into US currency, they won't let me if they find out that I spoke about it. And I'm like, God, that sounds like a scam, you know?
You think?
It sounds like a scam.
So how much money did she lose? A lot?
Well, you know what? No, she didn't. I mean, she didn't
good.
buy a whole lot into it.
That's good.
You know, she was watching some it was somebody else, you know, some podcast she was listening to, and they said to use this world currency trade deal. So she went on there and she bought I don't know, $100 worth or $160 worth of Vietnamese money.
I got me some dong.
I was like, yeah, Vietnamese dong. And I was like, well, how much did you get? And, you know, at the time for the rate was she was supposed to get $1.5 million, and she only got like 500,000. And I'm like, well, that ain't right. You know, you didn't even get the correct exchange rate. But, you know, I mean, you live and learn, you know. Honestly, this was right around the same time that I started getting into stacking. So, you know, I was just kind of, you know, I actually okayed it when she asked me. I was like, go ahead if it's going to make you happy.
Yeah, it's just, it's amazing the scams that are out there that people get away with, and God, yeah, sometimes it makes it hard to stay honest. I mean, I could never do that to somebody, but man, it's crazy. And you know, it's like I told my old man. I said, let me tell you something. I said, you were too smart to let this happen. I said, at what point this is before he died. I said, at what point do you accept responsibility? Because he thought that we could get his money back. I'm like, you don't understand. I said, you know, if people like you wouldn't be so dumb, Dad, these guys wouldn't be in business. Think about that. So your stupidity is going to hurt other people when they get scammed. I didn't pull no punches about it. I was pissed. The cops told him to stop. The feds told him to stop. The bank closed his account, and he still kept doing it. What an idiot. Yeah, I'm off my soapbox.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, he's probably not watching, but one of my coworkers, man, I was talking about silver at work and stacking silver, and it piqued his interest, and he got into it, and the only place he buys from, it seems like, is eBay.
Ugh.
And
well, that's better than what this chick at work was doing. She was buying it from Wish. I'm like, oh Lord.
yeah, I mean, this guy, his first purchase of 10 Eagles, man, he was so happy about it. He's like, yeah, dude,
Were they real?
I got 10 Eagles for the price of 5. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
man, you got 10 fakes, dude.
Well, that's what she said at work too. She goes, why would I pay $28 for silver or whatever it was at the time when I get it from Wish for like $6? I'm like, because you ain't getting silver, honey. You're getting silver plated garbage.
Yeah. Oh, Richard, it's all right. Nothing to be sorry about. I mean, we're all going to do things and make mistakes, you know. But you just gotta. Sometimes some of those mistakes you got to let them happen to be able to learn from them.
And it's the mistakes that are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars and that continue to go on that get me. It's like, all right, if you make a mistake once, you learn from it, you move on. But if you keep doing it over and over and over, and you do it with hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm sorry, I just don't have a lot of sympathy at that point. I just don't. I can't. Because at some point it's got to click. Hey, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to that whole. It goes back to that whole "ain't no one coming to save you" thing we talked about. I mean, you gotta take responsibility, and some of these people just don't.
Yeah, he just spent he ran home and got it out of his mailbox today. You know, we're kind of free to do, you know, a little bit. You know, my first job where it's not really that strict of a place, you know. But he came back and he's like, "Man, check out this kilo bar of silver I just bought, this Jaeger bar." And you know, I just got a kilo bar too, and a Silver Town, and his, I'm holding his, and I'm like, man, there's just something doesn't feel right about this bar. And he's like, not bad for $1,200 or $1,300, and I'm like, wow, man. Oh, you could have got it for that price. You could have got it through a legit online dealer, you know.
Yeah, I'd rather see the guy using AppMex and overpaying because at least he's getting real stuff. God, that sucks.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Did he learn from his mistake?
No, on the Eagles, yeah. I don't know about some of the other stuff he's gotten.
So he's a real slow learner. Okay, I don't have much sympathy. I can't. I can't.
He's one of those.
That's because you're rich, Cigars. AppMex is great because they have a lot of stuff you can't find anywhere else, but their prices suck. And that's a fact. But they got a lot to choose from.
Somebody in the chat said something about Pinehurst and somebody else has an online eBay store. I'd have to look at that. Miss West Texas just ordered my Valentine's Day present today. So she got it through Pinehurst.
Hey, do you think your buddy at work would be interested in copper bullion?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we've talked about copper a little bit, and
I asked because I was going to say if you can get them to buy copper bullion at a hell of a premium, I'll start buying copper bullion. We'll sell it to them and split the profits.
Now we have talked about copper, and he's saying that he's interested in doing just getting like a smelter and a furnace and making his own copper bars, and that's cool too. Okay, it was Beto, yeah, Pinehurst and Liberty Coin eBay store. I'll have to look that up. I like Pinehurst. I've never bought anything from Liberty Coin, but
man, Cigars is just being downright mean. He's being downright mean. He knows I've been waiting for something for a long time, and he ain't got it. He's teasing.
But you know, like we said earlier about stackers being paranoid, you know, that is the one thing that I am really paranoid about is buying
me too.
Something not real, man.
Me too. And honestly, I mean, LCSs have done it from time to time. It's pretty rare, you know, but sometimes they'll have something that's fake they don't catch, but it's rare. But man, I'll tell you what. Well, here we go. My computer's saying 2 inches of snow on Thursday. They've been saying this for weeks. It's a bunch of crap. God, I wish. But man, that's why I use Bold. I use Hero. I use MoneyMetals. And I use Monument for the most part, and you know, trusted LCSs. But dude, I don't use bullion sites. I don't know because I don't know if they're legit. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, exactly. You know, the Miss West Texas is she's big into this intaglio mint, and I like it too. It's cool stuff. And you know, if y'all ever really like watch the differences between the videos that I make and the videos that she makes, is usually she always has a higher end or higher premium piece that she's showing. You know, she's not she doesn't really care for the buffaloes too much. But and I don't mind, you know, I don't mind getting her some stuff that that comes with the premium, you know, even though it's generic silver.
Sure.
But so she ordered a few things from oh, what the hell was it called? Limited Mintage. And she's telling me about it, and I'm like, I have never heard that. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. And she's like, oh, well, this is what I got. And I'm like,
What's up, Forge? Welcome in.
And I was like, man, you better be careful. You know, you run across these Facebook ads or something and just start ordering stuff. You're going to get a bunch of fake stuff. And then during her live stream the other night, somebody said, no, that's in through Intaglio Mint. And that's just, you know, like, oh, thank God, man. Thank God that it wasn't a scam.
Yeah, for sure, dude. When did Broke Stacker sneak in here? I didn't even see that. What's up, Broke?
Hey, Broke.
Damn it. And now he says, be right back. So I don't even know if he's going to hear that. Man, I'm slacking.
Bought from First Mint. Nice. So let's here's a question that I had, CS.
Yep.
First Majestic. And I know, boy, watch this. Mining stocks, right?
Yep.
There's a few of these mining stock companies that, and First Majestic is one. So do you have to be a stockholder to buy from them, or do you get deals if you're a stockholder? Or I mean, I've tried to look into it, but
I don't know. I've never bought metal from First Majestic. First Majestic. I can't talk. Apparently, you know, and I like Keith Neumeyer as far as the things he says. He seems smart, but at one time I held a lot of shares of First Majestic, and it never did anything. And I sold them, and you know what happened? It started to perform, and I cost myself a lot of money. That's what I know about First Majestic. But I don't know anything about that. Can you keep things going for a minute? I got to go drain the main vein.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I can try.
I'll be right back.
All right. Southeast, how I think I caught that. I watched. You know, you got that from First Mint. That was pretty nice. Okay, so if you're a shareholder with First Mint, you get discounts. Bellows, how's it going? Be nice, Nickel. He doesn't have to sit down to pee. So you know, one of the things that I've been on you know, about is and this one of the things that I kind of like to say is that there is, you know, in the stacking community, you know, you get these people that they come off like they're stacking pros, right? Silver pros, silver stacking pros, and it's just, man, there's a difference between a YouTube professional, a professional YouTuber, and a silver stacker. We're not pros at this. If it is, we're pros at, you know, what are we? what kind of skills does it take to buy silver and gold? You know, it just doesn't. Jeff, how's it going, man? J-Lo, I didn't watch the halftime, man. I had to work. I had to work at my Pizza Hut delivery job.
I'm back.
All right, man. The hardcore says you forgot to mute. You better go check your prostate, man. There's something wrong with your stream flow.
That was actually me refilling my drink after I went in the other room and peed. I got to call a plumber now, man. This is great. This is wonderful.
No, no, Beto, that's not. I mean, that's just kind of in general. You know, it's not necessarily directed towards Yankee and Silver Dragons. It's just
what did I miss?
There's professional YouTubers and that stack silver and gold, and then there's just silver stackers. You know, I mean, if you go out and buy 5 ounces or 10 ounces of silver, and I go and buy 10 ounces of silver, you know, it doesn't really make us pros. You know, we're just.
Can we please stop talking about dragons? That is the one name that makes me violently angry. And the reason for that, I was the first stacker to ever film at Harry's Coin Shop. And that scumbag moved in, and Harry wouldn't work with me anymore because he was a bigger channel, and they both got famous because of me. So I get violently angry when people start talking about dragons. So can we please move on?
Yes.
Yep.
Read Broke Stacker's comment there.
The dude's a scumbag. I blew him up on Instagram, said stop this, and he didn't care. So how far up is it?
It's got to go a little ways now. He says, what do you call a Jamaican proctologist?
I don't know.
Pokemon.
That's funny. That's funny. So, yeah. Yeah, he sure did, Forge. He's a scumbag. Caleb can run out in front of a bus for all I care.
Well, you know, like I was saying, I wasn't really directing that with those two particular guys, you know.
Well, and Harry sucks too because he's a great coin shop. I took a buddy in there. You know how many people went there because of me? And he's a great coin shop. I brought a guy in there. His first time ever buying metal. He's loaded. He spent 10 grand in cash there, and that's how he does me. Oh, sorry, this guy's got a bigger channel. Can't help you out. So I will never spend a dime there either. Cigars. Anyway, that's the story. And it's true. You can go compare the timelines on Harry's videos on both of our channels, and you will see. And I think it sucks.
Yeah, but, you know, it does, but some things aren't, you know, I guess some things aren't that really, man, that's, I believe a lot of, you know, that things happen for a reason, you know, and, man, you know, maybe, Dad, what are some of the other places around you? It sounds like you got a lot of coin shops in your area.
I do, and I have a couple that I use. In fact, I just found a new one the other day out in Lake Oswego. Never knew it was there. It's owned by a guy named Stuart and his wife Debbie, I think. Really nice people. Had a great conversation. I meant to do a video about that, but nice shop, man. But I do have to say, when it comes to buying or selling, Harry's never says no. Neither does Dennis and Tigard. But the other shops, sometimes they don't buy. Sometimes they ain't got nothing to sell. So it's too bad that relationship got tainted. But I started going to his old, that scumbag's old coin shop in Tigard. He's great. Dennis is wonderful.
Yeah. Nice, man.
But I'm telling you, there are shops around here that if you call them up, because I'll call once in a while and say, hey, you guys buying silver? Nope, I got too much. Just out of curiosity, and you'd be amazed. Yep. So it's hard to find a coin shop that's always buying and selling. That's all I can say.
I got two here, you know, that are, you know, the vault here where I go, and then over in Midland, it's about 19, 20 miles away. You know, there's another one, and I don't even know after that, I don't even know where the closest one would be, you know. but probably Amarillo or Lubbock 4 or 5 hours away.
Huh.
And I'm lucky in
I
that
don't
way,
want
though,
nothing.
because Chris at the vault, man, he seems to be he's always selling and buying. Everything kind of runs on a different level here with it being full of oil fields money.
Right.
I mean, it's nothing. And it wasn't recent. It was kind of as probably the middle of last year. He was wiped out of silver completely. I mean, he just he had a few pieces, but that's what the hell happened here. He said, man, I just sold 6,000 ounces today. And I was like,
wow,
that's some movement.
That's moving some product, dude.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I've learned about, just hanging out in there, man, is that it's definitely with LCSs, if you go and you buy 2-ounce gold ounce buffaloes, from them, they've only made, $100 to $150 tops off that coin, At least that's the way it is there. But
and yeah, OTG, my typing does suck because I bought this stupid laptop so I could stream, because I can't stream on my new computer. The headphones don't work for some reason, and this damn keyboard, the O sticks. It does. I got to take it apart. I'm cheap. I bought like $120 laptop just because I'm using it just for this, and this keyboard sucks, dude. So yeah, I type like an idiot because of that. It sucks. Anyway, sorry.
So is that really why the keys are sticking on your laptop?
I knew that was coming. No, man, when I pulled it out of the box, man, it was like that from day one. And it is refurbed, so I'm a little concerned. I hope they sanitized it. That's all I can say. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about? Because I got to work early in the morning.
Oh yeah, man. I got to be up at 6.
And then after I didn't do it today because today was a weird day at work. After I get off tomorrow, I'm 9 to 5. I'm going to be a DoorDash and Grubhubbing MFer, and then on my days off Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to drive all day long. Because you know what? Daddy needs some more metal in the stack.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I said, we all got choices, dude.
Yeah.
I had a check from YouTube in 4 months because I just don't make enough videos anymore. My last 2 videos actually got 1.2 and 1.5K views, I think, which is nice.
Nice, yeah.
But before that, man, I couldn't crack 1,000 to save my life. So I'm sitting at like $73, $74. I ain't had a check in 4 months, dude, because you don't get paid till you hit $100. So
yeah,
hey,
cigars,
that ain't happening.
Cigars, that's because that's all it is around here, man. There's pump jacks and freaking oil well derricks all over the place. That's all it is.
Wow, 79.
Here's one thing real quick for the chat, and I doubt anybody in here would do this. There has been a problem going on in this area of people ordering pizzas off the app right as I'm taking it out, because they can track the delivery, right? When I go out the door to make that delivery, they'll freeze their damn card. I won't know anything about it until I go to cash my tickets out, and I'm thinking, hell yeah, I did really good in tips tonight. And it'll always stick on 1 or 2 every night. Never fails, man.
Man,
these
that
people
sucks,
turn off
dude.
their cards and pretty much steal the food.
That sucks, dude.
And my time and my gas, man. I mean, that's horrible, man.
That sucks, dude. Well, okay, I'll tell you something. If it makes you feel better, I'd probably do business with Hardcore Copper. I don't really know her, but she's been around long enough. Whatever. So I used to work for a place. 2008, when I started delivering pizzas, right? I didn't think I was going to make any money, so I got a second job on my days off doing the same thing. And I turned out I made a lot of money, but the mom and pop place I worked for worked out a deal with Oregon to where they could take food stamps, and they would charge them a cash fee for the hot food of like $3, And it got to where they would just run their pin for it, and take it off the food card. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I delivered to people who had 70-inch TVs, and this was 2008, 2009, 2010. So that was expensive back then. Like, the TVs weren't cheap then like they are now. They had Mercedes in the driveway. I ain't even kidding you. And they could walk to the door just fine. And it was always a struggle for them to come up with the $3 in cash. And it got to the point where I told these people, I said, check it out. I said, my tax dollars bought you this food. I used my gas and my car to drive it out to you. My cash or my tax dollars are paying for the food fee. You will find the food fee, or I'm taking your food back, because I know you ain't going to tip me with my own tax dollars.
Yeah.
So you will find that fee. It was ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
You know what I tell them when I get stuck with non-tippers? I tell them to enjoy that extra sauce.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll tell you what, man, you take a double or a triple, even if they're the closest one to the shop, for some reason, if they're a known stiffer, they always get their food last. And sometimes the box just opens up and the food gets cold. It's the weirdest thing. What's up, Transient? It's a weird thing. It's a weird law of physics. I can't figure it out, man.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, don't stiff your pizza delivery people, guys.
I'm telling you, my buddy's mom does that all the time, and she orders from the same place all the time. And I told him, like, you better tell her there's a high likelihood that the drivers are doing something to her food. He's like, I've tried to tell her. In fact, when she lived with them, because she was kind of a loser, when she lived with them because she couldn't afford to take care of herself, they would not order from the pizza place that she ordered from because they didn't want their food messed with, because they always tipped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is smart. I don't blame it. I'm not saying I mess with people's food, but I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure people have done it.
Oh, definitely.
And if you're a stiffer and you make someone drive food out to you with their own car, that's even worse than stiffing a waiter, which is still terrible. Again, if you do the right thing, maybe bad things won't happen to you. So maybe you ought to not do the wrong thing. Not saying I would do it, but I don't feel sorry for him.
Oh, Richard, man, when the oil field booms here, it'll get crazy. I mean, it'll just, everything blows up.
Drill, baby, drill.
Drill, baby, drill, man.
Well, so see, that's the other thing. Back to the tariffs, okay? This is what I've tried to explain to so many people, dude, like online and stuff, and they don't get it. We get 61% of our oil from Canada because Pedo Joe took us and made us energy unindependent, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have the reserves that we had. So if Canada gets pissed and says, you know what, dude, we're not going to send you anything, which is what I would do in their shoes, I would. We're crippled. We're done. If China says, we're not going to send you any goods anymore because we're tired of you, we're done. We don't have the pipelines rolling like we should. We don't have the factories with workers in it making stuff. Now ain't the time to be playing these games. We can play these games once we are energy dependent and once we have factories with workers in them. But now, if this don't go the right way, we're in deep shit.
No, definitely. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I was wondering about. I mean,
I know, Neil, you think tariffs are a wonderful thing, but I think you're absolutely wrong. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Day one, Biden shut down the XL pipeline.
Yes, he did.
Shut down all work on it, man. I figured day one, Trump would be like, you know what? Fire that baby up again. Let's go. Let's get this thing done. And it just seems like it's not an issue now with him.
It's very strange. I thought the same thing. And I will tell you, in the words of Nickel, my buddy pumps gas at Costco. Gas around here, since he's taken office, has gone up about 20 cents a gallon. My buddy at Costco says it's gone up 23 cents in the last 2 days. What happened to the guy in 2016 that had me paying $1.75 a gallon? I miss those days.
Yeah.
I thought that guy was coming back.
I think gas is 280 something here now.
Can you hear me? I just unplugged my camera by mistake.
No, yeah, I can hear you. Can't see your bar, but I can hear you.
I knocked over the computer somehow, and I don't know what the hell I did. So, the cord was under my foot.
I thought you were trying to scroll back and forth through P-Hub and all that.
No, Let me hold on. Let me hit start cam because my cam is my microphone, and that was the issue I was having on Rumble. It wanted me to use my webcam. Well, I'm not showing my face because I'm ugly, and it wasn't recognizing that my camera because you did it on the mobile end. I think is why it wasn't recognizing that my camera is my mic. So yeah, we gotta figure that out somehow. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I want that back, man. I mean, I'm tired of, where's my friggin' cheap gas, man?
Oh yeah. I mean, where is it? I'm waiting for it too.
I don't blame him for the eggs because of all the fires in the chicken factories over the last couple of years and the bird flu, and they're having to kill all the chickens. That ain't his fault. But the gas, yeah, I'm holding him accountable on that one. Everyone's saying black screen. What the hell? Oh, jeez. Let me go look. Let me go on the YouTube side. Are you watching us on YouTube, West Texas, so you can see what they're seeing? Are you there?
Yeah, I think I got a little lag on mine, but I can see. Yeah, we're back. I'm showing the face reveal. You got the bar showing.
Look at that good looking SOB. Woo! What a stud.
10-ounce bar showing.
Look at that good looking SOB.
Now the price of eggs, man. I mean, let's get this shit. Y'all, if y'all watch my Sunday morning breakfast, man, I go through some eggs and some bacon.
Yeah, you do.
And this stuff ain't going down,
No.
The prices just keeps going up. I did have a hell of a deal though this Sunday. I went to the grocery store. I got 2 dozen eggs for $6. Man, but let's face it, things aren't going down like everybody thought they were going to. They thought day one the price of everything was going to go down.
Yes, they did.
Shit, the only thing that's went down is crypto. I'm just happy that it's gotten leveled out again, kind of leveled out. But we were sitting at what, almost $3.40 a share of XRP, and Mrs. West Texas thought, man, this is it. This goes up, and we're gonna have a pretty nice little chunk of change, and then it just dropped $1. And I was like, well, we're not in the negative yet.
That's something else too. I'm glad you brought that up, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go ahead. I just had a thought, and I'm old.
Go ahead, man.
Well, so what you just said, the day he announced tariffs, right? The stock market and crypto took a fat dump. Now, does that have to do with the pausing on tariffs? I bet you it's figured into the equation because think back, he loves to tie the stock market in with his presidency. I have created the best stock market in the history of America. And the economy has never been better. First of all, the stock market and the economy, not connected very much, and not these days. But did that drop in crypto and that drop in the market have to do with, well, maybe we can get Mexico and Canada to do what they already said they were going to do, in August, September, and then pause the tariffs? I bet you it had something to do with it because it wasn't. That was not a good look, dude.
No. Oh. Hold on a second.
Oh, I like that. Is hardcore leaving? Don't leave, baby girl. All right, fine. Bye, hardcore. Give Pops a kiss.
Okay. Hold on. Let's talk. Let's ask Miss West Texas. What do you think about the tariffs?
Uh-oh. Well, let me get my tinfoil real quick. Hold on. I got to get prepared. I love giving her hell.
Go ahead. What do you think about the tariffs? Tariffs.
What I think about them?
Yeah.
I think they're awesome.
You think they're awesome? Are they working?
I mean, it's too soon to tell, but.
Damn, I was just kidding. I am going to have to get some tinfoil.
Better get extra.
I'm going to have, you know what? I got your mail address. I'm going to ship you a big old roll. I got you covered.
What's that damn movie where that guy was walking around in them damn whitey tighties and that armadillo helmet on his head?
I don't know, but that sounds funny.
Dukes of Hazzards, man. The Dukes of Hazzards movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was Farva. Yes.
So why? What do y'all think about the tariffs?
Well, I think that they're going to
It's a
make things
tax.
go up in price.
Oh well,
It-
yeah, for a little while, yeah.
It's a tax. That's what it is. So
Yeah.
why do we as conservatives hate the idea of taxing a business because we know we pay more, and not hate the idea of taxing a country, which is a business, knowing we're going to pay more? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to be a tool, you know,
Yep.
to get
Well, I
countries
mean,
to comply.
if everything wasn't so corrupted,
If everything wasn't so corrupted,
it
that's
wouldn't
right.
be that
I
way.
mean, you know, I mean, well, how many millions of dollars was it to
It doesn't take a tinfoil hat to know that there's tons of corruption, and they're uncovering more and more every day.
Oh, you're talking about the
I'm
The
talking about
Dodge,
all of it in
the
general.
Doge.
All of it in general, yeah. Just
I love what he's doing there. Don't get me wrong. Where he is saying, "Oh, we've been spending and wasting a lot of money." Roll onward, Trump, because damn it, that's awesome. That I support that 100%. People need to know.
So what do y'all think about him saying he's taken over Palestine? What do y'all think?
Gaza.
Oh, Gaza.
Stupid.
I'm sorry, Gaza.
Stupid. Why do we? Who thinks that's a good idea? I mean, really? Why? They don't want nothing to do with us. Do we want something? Do we? Why? It don't make no sense.
Earlier, I'm to the point where, you know what, leave them alone. Don't send Israel anything. Don't send them anything, and take care of us first.
Y'all heard what he said to Hamas,
and work on our own shit. Work on our own shit here.
He told him that tomorrow, I think tomorrow at noon, they got till tomorrow at noon to release those hostages, or they're going to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Well, guess what? Those hostages aren't probably going to be walking anywhere.
No, he just said they'll regret it. They know what's going to happen.
But as far as Doge, man, that's Doge, right? Elon Musk uncovering everything.
I think Elon's an amazing patriot for what he's doing. Like, he does not have to be doing this stuff. That guy, that guy cannot be a human. He look at everything he does.
Well, look at his movements. I think he
is so crazy. Like, there's no way that guy can be all these places at once and run in SpaceX and
he must be the lizard person.
He's got to be, man. He's got to be something.
Have you seen the way he moves?
Android, maybe? I don't know.
No, I mean, I get it. I think it's great that they're cutting down. And you know what? Maybe in the long run, with these tariffs and if they cut spending, all this needless spending, all these asinine freaking projects, maybe it'll kind of balance out these tariffs.
Exactly. They're uncovering like.
How many
in the quadrillions?
How many billions of dollars did they spend to provide condoms to Hamas?
It was just a money laundering.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It
just
we ought to be passing them out to our own people so people quit reproducing because we're overpopulated, man. God,
oh man,
how stupid.
God, I don't know. It was several billion went to Guatemala for them to study gender studies. They were doing these. It's like,
which we can solve fairly quickly. We can look between your legs and tell which gender you are. Problem solved. I mean, what further study do we need?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But as far I'm not for the. I mean, I don't know. I think. When his first presidency, when he threatened China with these tariffs and he placed these tariffs on China, I think that they didn't call his bluff, and Mexico was going to try to call his bluff this time, and they quickly, the next day they're like, okay, well, let's sit down and talk about this, but
they had already agreed to do that during the Pedro Joe administration. So what did we win? We got higher gas prices. That's what we won. Woohoo! They've gone up since, man. They have. We didn't win nothing. Like, Mexico already said, we're going to do this for you. And Pedro Joe said, okay, and never did nothing about it. So they're just doing what they said they'd already do. And I'm sorry. If you expect me to believe that fentanyl is coming from Canada and that's the source of the problem, how stupid do I look? It's coming from Mexico and China. That's the lie we're being told for the tariffs in Canada. Ain't no fentanyl getting across the border in a measurable amount compared to other ways it's entering the country. Come on, man.
Oh, well, you know what? I mean, during Joe's administration, I mean, it was proven that China was shipping fentanyl directly. It was directly from China to the cartels.
Yeah, the cartels are
absolutely. It's a China and a Mexico issue. Canada is not part of that equation, but that's what we're being told, so that the American public swallows the tariffs with a smile. Oh, okay, I'm behind it now. Like it's just stupid. It blows me away, dude.
Now, you know, there are some things that Canada does do or doesn't do that I mean, you know, they God, it just seemed like with Trudeau and there that their liberal wokeism was freaking bleeding from the north into America, you know, and you know, I spent a month in Canada, and their immigration policies back then were just horrendous. You know, they were just,
I could see that,
everybody and I mean,
remember at the Mexico border, they just used to ask you, are you an American citizen? You answered,
yeah,
and that was it. You didn't have to show a passport or
no.
Well, maybe identification. I don't know, but
no. I mean, when I would go across the border when I was a kid, all we had to learn to say was American citizen.
That's what I remember too. When we went to Mexico.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, and Miss West Texas can verify this story, but how old was I when I learned to speak English?
Oh, he wasn't. It wasn't until he was like 6 or 7 that he learned English.
Yeah.
So English was not his first language, believe it or not.
So, do you speak fluent Spanish, Mr. Texas?
Actually, I don't.
He understands it, but like he doesn't really speak it, but he can understand it. We both can.
No habla español, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah, I'm one of those where they
no
talk to me in Spanish, and I'm going to answer them in English.
¿Por qué tú le gusta pipas grandes, eh? You understand? So to speak.
I love when white people talk Spanish.
What's Nichols saying? He's got an AR-15.
Wait till they ban. Oh, he says wait till they ban the AR-15. So what Nichols concerned with, and I share this concern as well, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, when she was the AG of Florida. Okay, if you go back to Trump's first administration, he banned the bump stock. And he came out in public support of red flag, quote unquote, laws. That concerned me very much. I would have done 10 years because of that, by the way, because I didn't get rid of it because I ain't no bitch. Now, fast forward, Pam Bondi has openly supported red flag, quote unquote, laws in Florida when she was the AG. She supports raising the age to buy a firearm, and she is against open carry, which I don't think you should do it, but I think you should have the choice. And she likes red flag. He appoints her as the AG. I'm very concerned about what might happen with gun rights in this country. I really am. And I think that's a fair thing to be concerned about on Nichols' end. I think he's paying attention. Due to both of their track records, has not been good for the Second Amendment. Neither one of them, if you really break it down. So there's reason to be concerned, I think, for sure.
Well, if this administration tries to take our guns, then he's not on our side like we thought he was.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely not on the side of freedom.
He could have cost me 10 years. My AK has a bump stock on it. I never got rid of it. But under him, that could have put me in prison for 10 years. That's why I didn't vote for him again. I don't trust the man with my guns. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
I do. I trust him. And I think that he's doing what he thinks is best for America. Some people will disagree. We can agree to disagree, but
let me clarify. I definitely did not vote for Hyena. I voted for myself. I just want to clarify that. I would vote for Trump long before I would vote for her.
My son voted for Garfield, he said.
That's funny.
So I'm just kind of waiting to see if he's gonna keep up this, everything he said he was gonna do and all that. I'm just gonna kind of see what where we're at in a few months. And
Stewart's here. Well, I encourage everybody. Okay, this is not legal advice. This may not be sound advice, but if anything does happen, I highly support massive noncompliance. Just saying.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all do you, but I ain't giving up shit.
Yeah.
Unless it's one round at a time, if you know what I mean. That is my line in the sand. I'm an American. I'm keeping all my babies. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big time.
Thank you, Stuart.
Some feet.
Did you know, this is, I mean, I don't, you can fact check it. I don't know. I heard somebody say that the United States owns more guns than every military in the world together.
I don't know about that, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
But so
believe you me, I'm doing my part.
People are not gonna go down easy when they try to take their firearms. That's for sure.
I think they will, honestly, because I think we have a society full of sissies now that do whatever whoever they voted for tells them to do on both sides. I really think the world's full of sissies. I just do. I think people blindly follow whoever they support without questioning. I mean, I don't think everyone's. I think there'll be a lot of non-compliance, but everything aside from the guns, people go with whatever their guy that they voted for tells them to do, and it drives me insane.
I don't think in Texas, though. Not in Texas, people will stand up for themselves in Texas. I think.
Texas really is not nearly as gun friendly of a state as people think. Open carry there was illegal till recently. I can carry places legally as a permit holder in Oregon that I can't in Texas, and I am good in Texas with my Washington. Do you believe that? Texas is not. Yeah, Texas is not as massive as a 2A state as people think. It's truly not. A lot of red states really aren't, which is kind of weird. I've never understood that.
So I thought they were. I thought Trump said he was going to pass something where you could carry your gun from over state lines and not get in trouble.
He said that in 2016 too, the constitutional carry, and he didn't fight it very hard. So we'll see.
He didn't do nothing about it.
No, we'll see.
No, my mom's actually thinking about moving back down here to Texas, and that was one of her concerns was driving, all the guns back across. God, we're using that word a lot on ScrewTube.
What else?
You can take them across state lines. You just, especially if you're. Well, if I lived in Cleveland, I would too. Cigars, of course. I live here, and I do anyway. I never leave home without it ever. You dress around it too. My buddy always says you dress around the gun if you're a concealed carry, and he's right. But no, you can take firearms across state lines. But like in Washington, I can't take my ARs. I can't have nothing that holds more than 10 rounds. It's ridiculous. So you got to know each state's individual laws. But the whole myth about transporting a firearm across state lines, it's actually not true.
Yeah.
We've been sold that for years. But
so Washington State, you can only have something that holds 10 rounds.
Yep, and if you have a quote unquote assault rifle, you have to have bought it when you lived there. And if you move out of there and move back there, you can't bring them back in the state. And if you're out of state, you can't bring them up there whatsoever. It's a felony. It's ridiculous. Washington is way worse than Oregon for their liberalism. Believe it or not. And what's funny is all these anti-2A laws in Washington, the courts let go through. Oregon strikes them down. I don't know why.
That's crazy to me because growing up in Oregon, especially the part of Oregon I grew up in, everybody had, every kid, every girl in middle school had a gun or two or three.
He is right about Bondi, OTG. It's a fact. You can look it up. I put an article from Gun Owners of America on my Facebook about it. It's absolutely true. I'll send it to you if you want. He's right about Bondi. Sorry, go ahead.
We all had 22s, freaking 30-30s, 30-06s. We all shotguns. Every single kid in middle school had a gun.
Yeah, and nobody shot anybody.
And nobody thought anything about it.
Here is some trivia for all y'all. Can any of you tell me, in my nickel voice, who did the first school bang bang, what their name was, and where it occurred, and the approximate year? Go.
Columbine. Was it Columbine?
Nope.
Thurston High School.
I'm out. That's all I
forgot the kid. I forgot the damn kid's name.
I always thought it was Columbine.
It was in California by a 16-year-old girl named Brenda. I forget her last name. It was at a school in California. She used a Ruger 1022 from her kitchen. And I think she killed 2 and injured like 4, but it was around 1979, 1980, somewhere in there. That was the first documented school bang bang. It didn't used to be a problem, is my point.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, when everyone had them in their back window, it was never an issue. Anyone remember, what's her name? Brenda Smith, I think, or something? And when they asked her why she did it, she goes, I don't like Mondays. That was her answer.
This person says it was the Enoch Brown School Massacre in Greencastle, Pennsylvania.
Oh, geez. Neil Hans, he's talking about muskets.
Yeah.
Back then in 1764.
I know, but I thought that was cool, though. Like,
Now, here's some tinfoil hat stuff for you, Mrs. West Texas, that I actually wear a tinfoil hat on. Are you ready? You about Columbine and all that? If you, I cannot dispute this because I've seen it. If you look at news videos where they interviewed people from different schools where these tragedies happened, it's the same people.
It's crisis actors.
Yes. So you can't dispute that. And I know it sounds nuts, but when it's right in front of your eyes and you see the proof, you're like, yeah, it's insane. Yep.
Richard, you had your last shootout 10 years ago.
Damn, Richard's a badass. A pound of weed, shooting people out. Wow. Tell us more.
Hey, he's an old school devil dog, man. He's
Come up on panel, man. And I know it sounds tinfoily but man, I'm telling you, it is the same people in these videos saying the same thing. It's bizarre.
You are not wrong. It is. It is the same people, and
that makes me sound crazy, but it's true.
No, it doesn't. It's just facts. I mean, all you gotta do is do a little digging, you know, and you'll start seeing the same people. I watched a video someone put together where it was showing them all the different tragedies and you know, school shootings and stuff, and it was showing the same people being at every single one of the events.
It's crazy, man.
Acting like a victim or you know, a witness or a cop or.
Yep. What? By the way, it broke. I don't know if you heard, but I'm glad you're in here. What do you guys think about it? It's nuts, man.
You know, we God, what year was that? 2019. When we had that nut job driving through town.
Oh, that we almost got shot when we had that
it was a mass bang bang.
That mass shooting here in Odessa. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was all over the national news. And we had parked at this store called Market Street. It's like Albertsons. And we were going in to order my son a cake. And me and my son had just walked into the store, and my mom and my 2 daughters were sitting out in my car. My car was like parked facing this busy street. And all of a sudden, my mom said she heard like a bunch of pops, and she just yelled and she heard like tires squealing. She told my girls, get to the floorboard, get down. And they got down, and she just heard like this, you know, loud vehicle, you know, going by, and cops, you know, like cops were behind, like a police chase, and she didn't know what had happened. And come to find out, he had shot out the windows of a car that was like part three away from ours. So he could have easily have shot into our car, but he stopped shooting when he got to like, you know, a few cars away.
And this kind of goes back to what he was saying about Texas, and you know, every Texan is a badass gun owner. He pulled up on at least 3 different people at red lights and
just shot them,
and just
shot them,
ended them right there.
Just pulled up next to him, and they looked at him and killed him.
Nobody fired back.
That's insane.
No, they didn't know. He caught him by surprise. Nobody's gonna have their gun in their hand driving down the road.
There was seven people. And I think it was 9 or 7 people.
He killed a teenage. Oh, it was a lot. A teenage girl, a baby got shot. I mean, he killed all the ages.
I want to know if cigars. I want to know the same thing. Like Varsity Blues. Is Texas a big football state? Like is everyone in Texas? No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think you said no.
It's a huge football state. Everybody's into like high school football, college football.
I'm into college volleyball. Those girls look good. Is that wrong? Is it true, Mr. West Texas? Is it true what OTG said? Is Mrs. West Texas packing down there or what? Like Michelle Obama?
Oh, yeah, she's got a set, man. She doesn't back down. She doesn't back down from nobody.
And OTG, fun fact for you, sir. Nickel agrees with you about the moon. I don't know if you know that. Fun fact: your body's a spaceship for your soul. Nobody can kill him.
The moon's a spaceship.
They don't know what a basketball. They don't know what a basketball is in Texas. Look, I'm gonna tell you all right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you all watch the Super Bowl this year. I'm gonna do a video on this. Huh?
I think all the games are rigged.
So, no, Texas is big on football. Not so big on wrestling. Oregon is a huge wrestling state.
Well, you know why? Because we're liberal, and you know how you separate the boys from the men in Oregon with a crowbar.
Oh, he's in Oregon, huh?
Yes.
I don't know why I kept thinking he was from Texas. I was like, why is he asking all these Texas questions? That's right. He's from Oregon.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm happy. I'm happy to see that people did not watch the Super Bowl because I'm going to do a video on this. How soon? And this is what I'm saying. When I'm talking about Trump's, bump stock ban and red flag laws, people forget, man. How long ago was it that the NFL and the NBA was pushing their race war narrative with only one group of people matter, BLM. That's what that means. They're the only ones that matter. And making people take that stupid jab to get in to see their games and taking a knee at our anthem. Anybody who gives them a moment of airtime, football is American. To support the NFL is not, in my opinion. But people forget, man. They forget. It's sickening.
I don't watch it anymore. I don't watch it as much as I used to at all.
Me either.
It lost all its appeal to me when all that wokeness started coming out, and then everything just turned the same. Every game was the same. So,
but how many people have forgiven them now and gone back? It's gross to me. I'm so disappointed that people aren't holding them accountable. They should be broke. That should be an institution that goes under, because to watch them play, you had to take something in your arm that you didn't want to take. They take a knee. They tell you that black people are more important than any other race, and people just still go give them their money. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And Coke sucks too. Cigars. I'm a stockholder, but you remember? And I asked the Coke guys at work, the drivers that deliver it. This is true. They put their employees through mandatory training on how to behave less white. Coke's a racist organization too. Like what?
Remember that?
It's ridiculous.
Remember when that came out?
What?
When Coca-Cola put out
sorry, I was reading the comment.
A flyer out that and a packet that for
I didn't know
white
about that,
employees.
cigars.
No, I didn't. No, I don't remember.
It was a packet. They had to do a training packet to how to learn how to be less white.
Are you? Is that?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Serious.
100%. And I want you to know that Powerade is a Coca-Cola company. Monster Energy is 17% owned by Coca-Cola. Vitamin water is a Coca-Cola product. So
it's white.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Rain Energy drink, a Coca-Cola product. It's insane.
Well, all that woke stuff started with Obama.
John. Oh yeah, he set black people back 50 years in this country.
Yeah, he did. He started up all this, racial division and everything.
Y'all remember when he had that cop on the White House lawn having a picnic with some guy he arrested because he made it a race issue? You remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Obama did that. He made it a big publicized race issue because the white cop arrested the black guy because he was black. So they had lunch on the White House lawn.
Oh God, I believe it. I totally believe it. Dasani is owned by Coke. You're absolutely right. Coke went woke early, yeah.
And you know,
but now Cigars is saying that they deported a bunch of illegals, so he says it's okay to drink again. I didn't hear about that.
Now, you know, I mean, essentially, what are we talking about? You know, we're talking about a big multi-billion-dollar worldwide corporation that's literally their main objective is to poison.
Well, I mean, you know, everything's owned by Vanguard and BlackRock and what's that other one? State Street. They own everything. It's those three. Everything's under those three.
Which is why it's smart to invest in their companies. Hate to say it.
Yeah.
My IRAs are with Vanguard.
If we would all follow Nancy Pelosi's stock market tips,
dude, there's a website you can go on to follow what they're investing in. All those Congress people and shit.
And should they be allowed to do it? No. But exactly what you just said, Mr. Texas. If they're doing it and they're successful at it, you better take note and take a page out of their book and do the same thing. I'm sorry. You can't change the world. You can't change the system. You might as well make some money. Y'all think I like the jab? Hell no. But I made 4,700% on the stock. And I told people not to take it. But it was the right thing to do financially. And I had moral issues with supporting it. I did, because I was like, well, they're using my money. But you know what? People are going to be stupid and take it anyway. At least I can tell the truth. At least I can tell the truth and get wealthy off the idiots. That's how I looked at it. And it worked. So what are you going to do?
Well, people are stupid enough to get it. I don't feel sorry for them. I just feel sorry for the people that felt like they had to get it to keep their job. Those are the people that I feel sorry for.
Those are the only people I feel sorry for too, honestly.
Yeah,
the rest of them,
exactly.
The rest of them, you deserve whatever happens to you for being stupid.
Yeah, that's.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Yep. Yeah, it jacked up Cigars' wife a little bit.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
She works in healthcare, so she didn't have a choice, and I'm pretty sure she didn't want it. I'm pretty sure that he told her that she didn't want it too, because I know that guy. I mean, you know, he ain't no dummy. Yeah, what a terrible situation to put somebody in. Take something you don't want or lose your job. Like those are the only people that I have any sympathy for. That is a horrible situation. But the rest of them,
that's not freedom.
No,
that's communist bullshit right there.
Yep. She didn't want it, but the hospital made her. Yep. There you go.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for her.
Friggin' nickel stacking, he took all three of them.
Well, did he really?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
I thought you were, but I was like, well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he did. You never know. But when I was in the hospital, when I was in ICU with COVID, I almost died from it. I had double pneumonia. This was just 2-3 years ago.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. And the nurses, all the nurses in there that were helping me and stuff, none of them had gotten it, and they were all telling me they were scared. Yeah, they were scared. They didn't want to get it. They're like, we didn't get it.
They didn't want to get the vaccine.
I had the vid 3 times. And I will say the first time was the worst. It was a headache for 3 days. I couldn't get rid of it. It was terrible. But I mean, it's just like being sick. It ain't no big deal. I never
about took me out. I
never for once thought I was gonna die. I'm like, oh, this shit sucks.
I got it was the Omicron one, the one that was messing with everybody's lungs. That's the one I got, the one that was killing everybody.
Omicron or whatever.
Omicron, yeah, that one. That one was really bad, and I
got that one and didn't even notice that one was easy for me. The first one kicked me in the nuts.
Mr. saved my life because he me being so I don't trust a lot of people. I didn't want to go to the hospital. I was like, I'm gonna go there to die. They're gonna put me on a ventilator, and he's like, if you're gonna die. And I was arguing with them, and then finally he just called an ambulance, and he was right. The doctor told me if you would have went to bed tonight, you would have died in your sleep.
Did you know, and this sounds tinfoil hatty too, but I've seen the numbers, I've seen the charts. I don't know if you can still find it, but the reason that they were venting so many people is they got paid more if they put patients on a ventilator from the government. Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just going to say that. They were getting paid.
Yep. It's just like I remember when all this came out. I never fell for it for a second. Even my most conservative buddies, they're like, "Well, we're going to sit back for a week, see what happens." But no, this is a bunch of horse shit. Somehow I knew, but even back in the day, there was a guy. I don't remember the channel name, but he went around New York, and they took his videos down. But you remember when they brought in the tractor trailers, the refrigerator trailers for all the bodies that the overflow from the morgue? He's like, look, they're not even plugged in. What are they refrigerating? And he was right. There was nothing in them.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. I think I know what you're talking about. Like
ambulances were sitting there with nothing to do. I delivered some food to St. Vincent's Hospital, and I delivered food to the Milwaukie, St. V's, and the Portland, which is a big hospital, and they all told me the same thing. They go, no one's coming through the doors. No, I mean, there's no accidents. No one's dying because no one's at work getting hurt or nothing. It's just, but people didn't want to hear it. They're like, oh no, this is serious. I'm like, yeah, but it's not.
People would be in shock if they found out how much of the truth is held back from us about everything. People are sheep. They just like to follow the herd and stick their head in the sand and just get on with their life and do what they got to do. And
do y'all know Stackers University? He did a video about this once, and he's right. I looked it up. He explains the psychology of a caterpillar. What they will do, and people are the same way, what they will do is the caterpillar in the front will be going a direction, and all the other caterpillars will form a line behind them, a straight line, because they assume that the caterpillar in front knows where it's going and they have a purpose, and they will not break that line. They will die of starvation and dehydration before they break that line because they have so much faith that caterpillar in the front knows where it's going, and people are no different.
Wow, yeah, that sounds right. I mean, that sounds about right.
It's crazy.
They have that herd mentality, and
they do it around a quarter pot too. They'll do it in a circle or a straight line. It's an amazing thing to watch. You guys should YouTube it, and you'll be like, what the hell? It's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, well, it's just we're led astray, and people that don't have the capacity to think for themselves or make rational decisions.
One of the best things I ever heard, man, was the reason you don't know you've been brainwashed and lied to is because you've been brainwashed and lied to. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. What's that movie that was like from the 80s where the guy puts on the sunglasses and he can see like all the
They live.
Y'all, you should watch that movie. That stuff's true. It's I mean, everything they're trying to portray in it, like all the message, it's real.
Oh yeah, John Carpenter. Yep, that was a good movie.
Yeah, I've just seen clips of it, but I've saw people show clips of it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. But
he's got the vid, man.
Yeah, we I mean, we're just being led, man. They're trying to do it now. They're still trying to do it. With all this immigration stuff that's happening, you got media outlets out there that are AI and clips of kids, to make it look like there's kids that are getting hauled off, like oh,
I can see that.
Like ICE agents are raiding high schools and hauling kids away, and it's just not happening. Yep. There was a tortilla factory here in Midland, Texas that got raided, and they got 13 of them.
A tortilla factory, really? that was targeted.
So
they're starting them here.
They're gonna have a lot of Cubans to round up.
And
well, they can leave their cigars though. Leave the cigars here. Damn it.
I can sympathize with some of these people, that are coming here to better their lives.
Just want a better life.
They just want a better life.
They just want to work hard and provide.
But either way you're going to do it, you might as well do it the correct way,
Yeah, that's not fair to other people that have done it.
So, that I know that's definitely a sticky subject around here is immigration and whether you're here with papers or not. And you know, a lot of people, they automatically hear that, you know, that you're against illegal immigration, and they just label you, oh, you're a racist. You're
No,
big.
yeah, well, that's the go-to. Man, the chat's getting spicy right now. OTG's on one, but that's nothing new.
Yeah.
Neil's on
So,
one, but
you know,
that's nothing new.
I mean, and I've been seeing a lot of things, and I've been seeing a lot of things that they're talking about. A lot of natives, you know, a lot of tribes are coming out talking about how, you know, that we're on stolen land anyways, or, you know.
What's up, Wager?
And
dude.
I don't get that, man, because, you know, Warm Springs, you know, the Confederate tribe of Warm Springs right there in Oregon, you know, the cartel was up there, you know, this was right before they legalized things, and the cartel was up there frickin' just having grow operations and labs all over the reservation, you know, and now you got these native tribes that are like, no, we need to, you know, you can't deport anybody, so come to our reservation, and we'll save you, you know.
Look what OTG just said. I'm sorry, but he does do a lot of crotch shots. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes the chat gets me, dude.
Oh,
How
man,
you doing, Stack Attack Wager? Oh, man. Stack Attack Wager. All right. There's my pops.
Y'all like my little silver troll doll?
Your silver troll doll.
Oh, okay. It's Miss West Texas's silver troll doll. I don't know.
We had two of them.
Maybe.
Didn't we? No. We had just one.
I know that's not really stacking for weight, but, you know, there's a good friend of mine that lives over here in Midland, and he pours silver, and so I thought I'd showcase some of his stuff.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
That's impeccable.
Hell, I just thought we'd get one thing silver related in the conversation.
I know, it starts to get all like,
well, okay, so
off somewhere else.
About silver, right? Like, and see, this is where I struggle with people. I love silver; it's my favorite metal. It is. I don't think it's ever going to do a moonshot. I think it's going to slowly go up over time. It's going to go up and down like it does. I don't think gold's going to do a moonshot, but I do think it will outperform silver. And so far, I've been very, very right on that. But I think they're both a good place to park your money. But when I start talking about making money in other markets to get a bigger return, to put it into physical assets, people lose their minds. Why do you hate silver? That's not what I said. You know, it just drives me nuts with people. I love silver. I want all the silver I can get because it's beautiful and it's money. Anyway, that's just what I had to say about that.
It's a lot easier to save your money.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just had to do this. Somebody brought it up. Okay.
It's already been changed on Google.
Google Maps. If you type in Gulf of Mexico, Google Maps will come up as Gulf of America.
Gulf of America. It's already been changed on Google Maps.
I thought it was just some kind of hoax shit that people were putting out there, but apparently it's true.
No, I just saw that on Telegram a little bit ago.
Yeah, there it is.
Bury me with it.
Gulf of America.
Say that. That's been updated. That's some stupid shit that's a waste of time. Let's focus on real issues. I'm not calling it the Gulf of America. I'm sorry. It's been the Gulf of Mexico for years. That's what it stays in my mind. That's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid and it's arrogant and it's pointless. There are so many more things to focus on. Yeah, Neil, you want it all. You're kind of like, dictator Trump as far as wanting all the land, buddy. I've noticed that change in you, which is interesting because you didn't vote for the man, but you seem to love everything he's doing. It's very odd, but that's okay.
So, one of the reasons why I believe that Trump threw in that whole thing about Gulf of America, right? And that's
because he's 78 and declining mentally. Oh, what's up?
Well, because Biden right before he got out, he put a bunch of stops to the offshore drilling in the Gulf of Mexico.
In the Gulf of Mexico.
Yep.
Not the Gulf of America.
So with the name change, that might leave a loophole into starting those platforms back up.
If that's the case, then fine. I'm behind it. But man, the man is very different than he was the first time around. He's causing a lot more foreign relation problems than he used to. He used to be really good for foreign relations. Everybody loved him, including North Korea, really.
Yeah.
The Middle East liked him. They didn't like Biden. And now he's just pissing everybody off. So the man is unpredictable, and he's doing a lot of weird shit. He's doing a lot of stuff I like, too, though. Don't get me wrong. Again, taking men out of women's sports, huge fan. That shit shouldn't even be a thing. Talking about the Second Amendment executive order he wrote, if that pans out, good thing. So he's doing a lot I like, but he's doing some weird shit, man. You got to be honest, he is.
Well, I think
Well, I wish he wouldn't have tweeted out that he hated Taylor Swift. That's irrelevant. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, she's a leftist nut job. She's a smoke show, though, but she's a leftist nut job.
We hate her. I mean, everybody hates her. So
I like to look at her. But I feel that way about AOC, too. She's a nut job, but she's good looking. See, people can't separate those ideas either.
I'm not saying Taylor Swift's not good looking. I don't like her. I don't like what she stands for. I don't like that she's sold out.
Me either, but she is one hell of a smoke show. Oof.
I don't even think she's that.
Yeah, I don't think she's all that. I wouldn't go that far, but she's not bad looking. She's pretty.
I'm going to book the two of you eye appointments tomorrow. When are you free?
Oh, Mr. West Texas is just saying that because I'm right here.
No, I really don't like the way she looks. She's.
No, I've never heard you say
she's like. She's 6'5" or some shit.
She looks like a big bird, kind of. Her body's like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
No ass.
I'd still dive right in, even right off the treadmill.
Well, you must have not seen that video of her on stage when she was doing that concert, and like somebody took a picture of her, and like she wiped her nose and had snot all over her hand.
I did see that. She's a naughty girl.
Yuck.
Don't ruin it for me, Richard. If she's packing, I'm out.
She may be a he.
She may be packing.
We don't know.
Well, I'll have to investigate that before things go further. Not like I'm ever going to get the chance to bet her down anyway. Plus, is liberalism is liberalism an STD? Like, can that infect my brain? I wonder. So that's another issue.
With this Gulf of Mexico name change on Google Maps, man, it kind of gets me to thinking, like, will Canada become a state?
I don't want them.
I don't want them either.
I mean, look, we got enough leftist beta simps already. Do we really want more leftist voters? Number one. Do we really want more people who don't understand the Second Amendment and its importance? Number two. Number three, if we take Canada, are we responsible for paying their retirement accounts that they were promised through their government? I don't want to deal with any of that, man.
Yeah. And
that's so nasty, OTG, Jesus. Sweet Lord. Tape it up. I'm coming in. I mean, really though, like, and I don't hate Canadians. There's some badass Canadians up there, but there's also a lot of leftist, simpy beta males. I mean, we got enough of them here, man. Stay up there.
And you would think that Canada would be so opposite from that, Yeah. I mean, you would think that Canada would be like the rugged north, like.
Shut up, Nickel.
Like, go out there and frickin' hunt moose for your dinner and stuff, and I guess they're just not like that.
See, Nickel, you're wrong about the post service. I'll tell you why. I ship a lot of stuff through the mail, like a lot. And I'm telling you, FedEx and UPS cost 10 times more. I don't want no part of getting rid of the postal service. It's too cheap. And honestly, they're more reliable than FedEx. FedEx is the worst. UPS is the best. But I'm sorry, man. If you get rid of the post service, shipping costs will go through the roof.
Do they deliver on Sundays there?
Sometimes, for once in a while. Not generally, but I got to disagree with that, Nickel. I ship a lot of products. So you're wrong on that one, buddy.
Because yesterday I saw the post wagon here yesterday, driving around, making deliveries.
It don't take 30 days to get a package usually, Nickel. I ship about 10 packages a week on average, sometimes more. Usually they arrive in 3 to 4 days. I mean, once in a while they fumble it, but I'll tell you what, you want unreliability, man, you use FedEx, you'll pay 3 times as much, and they'll jack up every package. They're the worst. Just saying.
The only thing I don't kind of don't agree with the post office is if you're paying, well, what the hell do we pay for a P.O.Box?
Like $60-something, like 60.
Oh God, I pay way more than that.
Every
You guys
3
are
months,
getting out
right?
cheap. No, it's every 6 months or a year. This is usually how it's done, I think.
Nah, we do it. We do it every 3 months.
It's every 3 months.
And I think it's 70.
It's like, yeah, it comes out to like 70 with tax.
Because I just
Something
redid
like
mine, and I paid, I think I pay $89 twice a year or something. It's ridiculous. I need to write that off my
quite
taxes.
a bit here. So I don't really agree with the whole P.O.Box, the amount here, and it varies from one post office to the other. It is pretty expensive. Yeah,
you'd think that would be uniform across the country. I did not know that.
No, it is because I went and the 2 closer post offices to me, I went to one and talked to them about it, and they were like, well, we charge this much. Go to the one across town that's actually closer to where I live, and
fake
they have
news,
better
Neil.
rates.
Fake news, Neil. The post office subsidizes itself. They do not get tax dollars. They have to hold federal standards for what they pay their employees, but they are completely self-sufficient, or so we are told. Just so you know. Now, maybe they're getting
the main thing I don't agree with is opening that sumbitch up and getting junk mail in there.
No, no. Yeah, why they send junk mail to my stupid P.O. box?
If I'm paying that much for a P.O. box, then keep that junk mail out of there.
Well, Nick, I'll start paying online. Okay, you're mailing your credit card bill. Come on, man. I thought you were talking about the post office, Neil.
It's awesome. I do like having a P.O. box.
Check stackers in the house.
Hey, Checks, how's it going? I got a letter in the mail yesterday. That was the other day I picked it up. I was in between deliveries, so I stopped by the post office, and man, there was no return address, no information on it whatsoever besides for my P.O. box address, and it was just, and I was talking to my mom on the phone when I picked it up, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh my God, this is so amazing, and I'm not going to disclose what was in it, but it was, I wish I could find the person that sent it, but there's no nothing to it.
Truly anonymous.
Whoever they are, they're very
God bless them.
They're very humble, amazing, beautiful person.
Whatever it was, I did it. It was me. So
I knew it.
By the way, little known fact about Sober and Cigars, he pays more for his P.O. box than almost all of us combined because Cleveland is such an S-hole, he has to have armed security to escort him to and from the post office box because there's so much crime there. God, dude, some of the videos of Cleveland are just terrible.
Wow.
Oh, it's terrible. Makes Portland look like a friggin' paradise. That's pretty pathetic.
Do you ever remember going to the Saturday market it was like right under the Burnside Bridge?
Yep.
Man, that was 80s, late 80s, early 90s up there. Yeah. It was great. There was, Portland didn't used to be the cesspool that it is today.
No, I mean, you had your problems, but back 10 years ago even.
Yeah.
The homeless people would be like 3 square or probably 2 blocks around like the bus and the train stations, and that was about it. Now they're just everywhere. Camps everywhere. It's just, dude, it's a mess.
Yeah, my mom and my brother, they told me that it's getting like that out there in the mountains over there in Eastern Oregon.
Really?
Full on camps out there, you know, in the middle of nowhere.
I'll tell you where else is really bad is Salem. Salem is a mess. God, I don't miss working down there. It was terrible.
Yeah, you know, I grew up right there, right in the center of Oregon. You know, and when we first moved there was 3,000 people that lived there. And
it's crazy.
It was great. It was a great little community, ranch community, mountain community. And speaking of like tariffs, man, I remember back then when the logging industry crashed. You know, we had three sawmills running in that town, and just log trucks 24/7. It seemed like dropping logs off, and God, man, it must have been around that whole spotted owl thing.
Oh, yeah.
You would just see these loads of logs drive straight through town.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they would head out of town, and everybody in the town was trying to figure out, like, what the hell's going on? Where's all our lumber going? Where's these logs going? And what had started happening is they were selling loads of logs. You know, they were loading them up on ships and shipping them off to Japan. That was back when everything was made in Japan, you know.
Oh,
they were
man.
shipping this shit straight to Japan, and Japan was processing the lumber there and shipping it back to the U.S. at a higher price. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Well, doesn't surprise me. Oh,
you know,
man.
One of the things I told Mr. Texas here about Oregon, I was like, Texas is supposed to be, you know, this free, rugged, tough state.
Who said it was free?
There's only like 4% of the state of Texas is actually public land.
Yeah, it's a lot of privately owned land, and I think China owns some of that land.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, you cannot go to most countries and buy property. Why do we allow? I mean, you can't buy property in other countries in which you don't reside in most countries. You can't buy property in Vietnam, for example, unless you live there. Why do we allow that?
I mean, seriously, China would never let us go over there and buy land. They'd be like, "Are you?"
It's wrong.
But we're, look at us. Oh, hey, yeah, go ahead, right over here, right next to our military bases. Yeah, perfect. Sounds like a good idea to me.
But
that's a big problem.
You could wake up in Oregon. You could wake up, get in your truck, drive 10 minutes out into the mountains, and just drive around all day.
Yeah.
Drive around all day, and you're not going to run into, hardly anybody.
I've heard Oregon was very, very. Alex said it.
It's just, and that's why when I tell you that, living here in Texas, I don't feel free. It's because we can't just go load the kids up in the truck and go for a drive out the mountains and spend all day out there and never run into a fence or somebody.
There's nothing. I mean, where we live though, it's horrible. It's like it's the armpit of Texas.
Yeah. But
so we just, people that live here because the money's good here, because of the oil field.
You wake up in the morning and you look out and you can see the snow-covered mountains, the Cascades.
But nothing beats a Texas sunrise or sunset. Those are one amazing, natural, beautiful thing.
Poor 79 wants to get spanked and put in time out, and no one can do it because she's got a wrench. Oh, I knew she liked to be punished.
Now, you can say that, but if you've ever been out in the mountains early in the morning and woke up as the sun's coming up and you hear a bull elk just let out a big bugle, and it's going to be something that you're never going to hear in Texas.
You're right. So I go. Usually I go out to like Estacada, which is about 40 minutes from me. It's beautiful out there. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
And man, No joke. I have been up there and seen bear many times crossing the road. Cats, which cats are kind of scary because you don't hear them coming. I remember one night I was camping up there with my old lady at the time, and there was this baby bobcat behind us. I never saw it, but it was just, I mean, you could tell what it was. And the whole night I'm thinking, where is your mother? Because they'll come up right behind you and bite you on the neck and you're done. But yeah, I mean, there's wildlife all over out there, man. There's tweakers too. You got to be careful about that, but you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm sure one of these days we'll go back over there, and or he'll want to go back over there, and I'll go with them. And
it better be quick before my mom moves down here.
You better let me know. We'll take a mountain day. Give me some advance notice. I'll take some time off. We'll go up to the mountains. Uncle Consti has a couple toys we can play with, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
My kids have never been camping.
No, that ain't right.
That's sad. I mean,
there ain't really nowhere to go out there, is there?
My dad lived in Silver City, New Mexico, and it's up in the mountains. It's beautiful, and he took us camping all the time. That was just part of our summers. And now I feel so bad for my kids.
Let me tell you what a loser I am. So I can do it in a power stroke, but I bought a Pathfinder, and I can recline the seat and sleep flat, which is nice. And I'll tell you what, man, nobody will go camping with me. It's too cold, or the wife won't let me, or the kids. And I'm like, I will randomly go up to the woods by my damn self, have me a fire, have me some drinks, take some guns to shoot in the morning, and I'm happy as a clam. It resets my soul being out in the sticks. Now sometimes when you're alone and you start to hear noises, you're kind of like shit. But I'll tell you what, I'm thinking about doing it next week, actually, because this time I ain't been since before Thanksgiving, and it was about 21 degrees. It was pretty cold, but it was wonderful. I can't believe how you got to twist people's arm to get them to go out to the sticks and have a good time.
The only thing that scares me now about going out in the woods or camping is what?
No, I know you're going to say some shit about UFOs.
No, well, I mean,
so you're gonna get J-Lo all fired up too.
Have you heard of the missing 411?
Oh, that was next.
No.
There's some documentaries about it on I don't know, some Netflix, one of those platforms. Just look up missing 411.
Let me tell you, CS.
That's some creepy stuff right there.
There is mysterious cases of people always going missing in the mountains of Oregon.
But never found their clothing, no clothing, not a trace of them.
Well, yeah, you go far enough out in the sticks, we're some backwoods hillbilly sons of bitches out here. You start hearing fiddles and banjos like Deliverance, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, it's crazy. Boy. No, like people will literally be walking behind people, like they'd be on a trail, and the people would turn around, and that last person would be gone, vanished. There's all kinds of stories. Just look into it, please. Do me that favor. It's not. I mean, they just don't know what's happening to these people, basically. You know.
Huh.
It's very strange. Just watch some of the stories, and you'll see. It's not all like conspiratorial stuff. It's real cases.
Well, you know, I've spent a lot of times in the mountains in Oregon by myself, and I used to go out there and pick mushrooms up there in the Ochoco Mountains, and I've got lost a few times, but I never got, you know.
So, are you thinking it's like extraterrestrial stuff or what?
Well, the guy that wrote the books and does the documentaries, he is a retired like homicide detective or I don't know. He did something for years. He's like a retired cop, and
I'm listening.
I don't know what it is. It could be. Hey, it could be UFOs. What's that so called? What's the name of it?
That's
X-Files. The X-Files. It is some X-Files stuff. It really is. Just watch it. Just watch one documentary.
J-Lo, he's an expert on the crazy aliens, so I'm sure he wants to get in on this.
Listen to this.
I'm going to be honest.
Singer Vince Neil crashes in a parked jet at Scottsdale Airport. Officials confirm one person was killed, 4 injured.
I will be honest. I do believe aliens to some degree in some way probably exist. And the sole reason I believe that is because there are too many planets and there's too much out there for there to only be life on one planet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's impossible for there. Like the universe is so vast, it would be literally impossible, mathematically impossible for there not to be other life out there.
Now, I don't know if they're green guys that are going to try to probe me with some weird toy or something, but there's got to be something going on to some degree. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff going on. You know, I think the world is a lot stranger than people realize.
Oh yeah, but yeah, what do y'all think about Bigfoot? Since we're getting our tinfoil hats out.
Oh,
I definitely believe in Bigfoot.
I've seen him.
200%.
I've seen him.
Bigfoot is real.
I thought it was my
dad. But I saw him.
He told me, he's like, I did see. He doesn't believe in hardly anything, but he does believe in Bigfoot. He says that he saw him.
Bigfoot's plausible. It's plausible to me. I mean, honestly, it's plausible.
Very. Hey, isn't it? It's illegal in Oregon to hurt Bigfoot. That's like a real law.
Really? Because if I see one and he's coming at me, he's getting blasted.
It's like there's like signs. I saw them like in an Oregon state park.
I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, some big hairy son of a bitch comes at me and won't stop. It's getting blasted and then drugged to town, and we're gonna dispel. We're gonna solve the mystery right now that it exists if that happens. Because Loch Ness monster. I don't know. I think about that.
So what happened is I was probably about 14 years old, 15 years old. I
was fixing to get on the subject of dragons.
And
just kidding.
We were elk hunting over there in the Blue Mountains there in eastern Oregon, there right outside of Ukiah, Oregon. And my dad had set me in a spot that had kind of overlooked this little fire pond. And there was a trail that goes through there, and he set me up right there, and he was going to walk down a little ways, a couple hundred yards away and set up somewhere else. And so I'm sitting there watching this trail, and my dad was just this huge man, just a hair on him and big beard, right? He looked like a Bigfoot himself. And I'm watching the trail, and it's just starting to get dark, and I see some movement go walking past that pond and on that trail, and I figured it was my dad. So I started kind of walking parallel to him, and I thought I'll bump into him on the road that's a little ways up, and we'll head back to camp. And I get out there, and my older brother's on the road, and I said, "Did you just walk by that pond?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Well, did the old man walk by that pond?" He said, "No. My dad was already back at camp." And I was like, "What the hell is that?" Whatever was walking in that direction would have had to cross the road and right in front of my brother. And nobody saw it. And I swear it was Bigfoot, man. It was tall, was taking long strides, and it was just weird looking, just the way it moved. There was no sound, no noise. It was Bigfoot. And it turns out that the Blue Mountains up there in Oregon, there has been a lot of sightings of Bigfoot up there.
Like I said, man, it's plausible to me.
There's a lot of weird stuff in
weird evolutionary shit. Weird evolutionary things can happen,
And people say, "Well, how come nobody found one that's died?" Well, do you ever find a bear that's out in the woods that's died of old age?
Right.
And these, we have all these dumps all over the place, and no telling what kind of like experiments they're doing with stuff. Deep underground military base.
Deep underground military base. Oh shit! Now it's
dude. Okay, no, that's not even like that. What's so unbelievable about that?
Well, what's unbelievable is when I don't think it was you, when your there's a woman you knew trying to tell us that there was a Boeing 747 taking off from the underground military base that the entranceway to the runway is.
No, it was
I was just
Walmart.
gonna say, how do the planes take off from underground? I was going to ask that. Actually.
No, but listen, there's some weird stuff. There's this guy in Midland that he got shot in the foot while he was sitting in his house, and he started like doing some digging, and he found out there's a tunnel running from under the Walmart that goes like up under his house, and there's like all these tunnel systems. I mean, he's been interviewed by some YouTubers and stuff. His name's Buddy Webb.
See,
and this guy was like, he had a degree, a college degree, a good job in the oil field. He was married, had kids, and this stuff happened to him. And then they're, thinking he was crazy, and he lost his job, and his wife divorced him, and he still has not changed his story.
So we've had several minor earthquakes.
Look what J-Lo said, then look what OTG said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. That just gets me.
So Miss West Texas is a firm believer in underground military bases here, especially here in the Permian Basin.
No, I don't think there's underground bases a base here, but I think there's underground tunnels. Yeah.
So there was
it's always been rumored.
Watch, I'm going to say it because we haven't had one in a while, and we'll probably have one within the next week. We've had several like series of earthquakes.
Yeah. There's no mountains, but there's the closest mountains are like almost 200 miles away, like 150, right? So there's no tectonic plates near us. So why are we having? I mean, is it the fracking? Maybe it's the fracking. I don't know.
But she's a firm believer that there's tunnels in the.
Okay, so why did they close down all those Walmarts there for a while? Y'all don't remember that? Like a bunch of Walmarts across America were closed down. Like they just closed down. They said they were like doing construction. That's when she said.
I don't remember none of that.
Jade Helm.
The Walmart. That's when she said she saw the plane. She didn't say it came out from underground. She said it was in the parking lot of Walmart. It was a big old plane. That's what she said. And that's when the Walmart closed. The Walmart was closed at the time she told me that. So I don't know.
Oh man.
But listen to this.
I got a feeling they're going to kick my door down, and the men in white coats are going to come take me away after this stream.
Oh man.
It says Bank of America has started freezing the bank accounts of Trump supporters for selling a Gulf of America t-shirt. They're freezing their bank account.
I remember, and I didn't investigate it, but a couple days ago, didn't Trump address Bank of America about that?
Did he? I don't know.
I
hope
think
he did.
He said something about, you better get it together, stop targeting certain people of the political or something. Somebody did a video on that. I didn't watch it, but I can see that. Interesting. I did see something about that. I didn't see that it had to do with the shirts, but I saw something about Bank of America and Trump supporters and freezing their accounts.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it's true, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know either. It's just, it says breaking on this Telegram feed I'm on. There's a lot of stuff on here, and I don't know. Sometimes it's not true. So.
Oh, I'm very happy to hear you say that, though, because some people think everything they see is true. It's weird.
Oh no, I know.
Lady was that way.
I know some of the stuff is bogus.
Of when the Greys came and placed a dome and kidnapped creatures to make mutants that attack the ecosystem. Oh dear Lord.
So do you think I would get a bunch of views if I just got on and start talking about all kinds of weird alien and conspiracy stuff?
J-Lo would be there.
You think people would think of me as a whack job?
Yeah, but you'll get a bunch of ad revenue probably. I mean,
I bet you would get a bunch of views.
It works for the liars that tell people silver's going to the moon. So what the hell? One whack job's as good as another.
People like spectacles, yeah, for sure.
Oh, no more LSD for you. That's what Neil says to J-Lo. J-Lo, you've been warned. What's he been warned about? Buying into all that crap. I told him a long time ago, I'm like, dude, they're doing it for views. I mean, some of it's probably true, but I mean, dude, that rabbit hole is a deep one.
The clickbait on these is what drives me crazy.
On what?
Like on different videos.
On videos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to make mine clickbaity.
What's up, Bart? Yeah, me too.
Kind of hard not to like try to make it seem more attractive, but you know, I mean, people hate that.
I know they hate people. What's up, Martin? People want to be led to believe a certain way. They want to be. I don't know. They want someone to look up to. They want a leader. It's bizarre. So
yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, actually.
It is. It is the Gen Zers. I'm sorry, but there's something else. My son is Gen Z. My oldest, he's one of those Gen Z kids.
Looks like 79 is going to cook Nickel some bacon for breakfast. She wants to know if he likes it. Well, kids, I got to work early. Yeah.
I got to be up in 6 hours
like,
too.
It's already midnight. Shoot.
Y'all have a great night. Thanks for stopping in.
Good night, everyone. Enjoyed the conversation. Constitutional.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks, guys. All I got to say is keep stacking, but you already knew that was coming.
Man, yeah. Keep stacking. Simplified. God bless everybody.
Hugs, hearts, high five, y'all.
Hugs, hearts, and high fives.
Don't let the grace probe you in the pooper.
Hey, J-Lo, you need one of them armadillo helmets, man.
Oh, it got me.
They can't get through those armadillo helmets.
And Niels is confused. Niels is confused with that comment. He's a guy who didn't vote for Trump that I call a forever Trumper because he follows everything Big Daddy Trump does, which is a very strange change I've noticed in him. But that's okay. We all got to believe in something, brother. Big Daddy Trump. Neil, #1 fan.
Yeah. Y'all have a great night. And, man, have a good week. And we'll have to do this again.
Yeah, it was fun.
Heck, next Monday or whatever, man. I mean, the sooner we can get it started, the sooner we can cut it short. I don't have to go till midnight.
Yeah, whatever. Next time we'll do it on your channel. Whatever.
Yeah, it don't matter to me. We could probably, man, I'd really like to get this Rumble thing going. If some of these numbnuts running around there, Ron's basement and Ted Speaks, if these nut jobs can run around there and make money at it, everybody should be able to.
Oh yeah, we should be able to do it without lying to folks. That's the goal.
Oh yeah,
for me.
Definitely.
All right, keep stacking, everybody. It was fun. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good night.